What's up, Brandon? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Planet Dirty. And Prop 2, you guys had some bad weather, so this is what brought this on, I guess, that I saw earlier today.
Who had bad weather?
I thought it said something about weather being bad. I don't know.
In Florida?
Somewhere.
What's going on, guys?
You remind me of that person. Do you remember that he was like a singer, like Jamiroquai or whatever? Remember he was like in the music video.
Dude,
and the floor was moving?
That's exactly what I was going for. Holy
Woodstock
shit.
99.
Holy shit. Guys, just when you think you were getting rid of us, we show right back up. A surprise Saturday night Planet Dirty. The tides were right. The moon was just the right formation tonight, and we had to go back live. Now, Cody, I think I forgot to mention this to you. Now, I don't know if you're a sober man, but I think Brandon said, dude, why don't we open up a few cold ones tonight? So I got my Angry Orchards.
Brandon's water.
Dude, that's fine. We need a designated streamer tonight. Didn't we crack open this Angry Orchard? Oh, man. Dude. Cody, Brandon, how was y'all's day today? What did y'all do today? Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, today was pretty good. It was kind of a relaxing day. I watched, there's a docu-series about Saturday Night Live on Peacock, and it was really good.
Was Chevy Chase in it?
No, but they talk about him when he comes back to host. Because, dude, there's an episode where they talk about season 11, and it was really, really interesting.
What happened in season 11?
So, like, Lorne Michaels, the creator, he came back, and they, like, hired everybody, like Robert Downey. They fired all the other people. They got, like, Robert Downey Jr., Dennis Quaid's brother. Like, it was, like, a whole mess. And at the end of the season, he, like, catches them all on fire. You'd have to watch it. It's a good season. And there's a lot of stuff I did not know about that season. But they talk about Chevy Chase hosting that season.
When was season 11? What year was that?
85.
85?
Mm-hmm. It's known as the worst season ever. It is what they kept talking about it. But like Damon Wayans was on, he got fired.
In 85?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah. And the only person they really kept was John Lovitz. He was the only one that worked.
Dude, Lovitz is a legend. Yeah. Love John Lovitz.
Yeah, it was a great documentary, guys, or docu-series. It's like 4 episodes. They have a whole cowbell episode as well.
Saturn Video, not that I would ever expect I don't expect you to ever super chat, my dude, but listen, I'm looking through the comments. I'm at the very top. I do not see it anywhere. If you did it way before the stream started, Saturn Video, there's a chance it straight up disappears, dude. I'm sorry. Like I swear to God, I'm looking for it right now. I do not see it. It's nowhere in the comments.
Yeah, I did see it. He posted in like 5 minutes before it started.
Dude, there's a chance it just didn't populate in here. I swear to God, Saturn. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone because I don't want to skip it. Because somebody's doing a chat GPT thing with all those super chats.
I can see it, Christian. If you want me to read it,
please read it.
Okay, so Saturn Video with $10 super chat says,
"Thank you.
Something went wrong. Danky Kang is fusing with the Lizard King. They used too much tang, and it's severing their molecules. Oh God, it's an abomination. They were our last hope. Are we doomed? Butter emoji."
It sounds like I'm eating coins.
I know it does. Thank you, Saturn. I apologize, dude. Sometimes when if you do it before the show kind of starts, when I pull up the website, it just won't show up. I do apologize. But dude, thank you. Of course, thank you. Let me see what we got tonight. Let's get everybody going up. Oh, Blockbuster box sets, my boy. Dude, gifted 5 memberships. Wow. Guys, we got 5 CHH memberships to go out there. Oh, people are snatching them up.
Guys,
snatching them up.
He has a I think this is the guy who has that new Rocky box set. Oh my goodness.
It's the real deal, dude.
It is. I gotta get it.
So Brandon, how was your what's up, Blockbuster? Thank you for that, dude. I appreciate that. Let me give you a clip.
Buck wild for Easter this year.
I thought you were saying, how was your Thanksgiving? It was good. It was real good.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Pretty damn good, man.
I like how it's just paused on his face.
Why is not letting me pull up the hold on, let me try something.
Like Scrooge McDuck over there.
All right. I don't know why it would not let me pull up the original thing. Okay, anyway. So Brandon, what were you doing today, dude? Was it a chill Saturday?
It was pretty chill. We took Isabella to a friend's birthday party. So that's 2 weekends, 2 birthday parties in a row. And ironically, 2 Planet Dirties in a row on the same Saturday. So that's kind of bizarre when you think about it.
Listen, dude, the people love the show. It's that simple. And if we can satisfy the audience, I say we bring it to them. Now, I got a lot of fun stuff I want to talk about tonight, and there could be a special guest later tonight. I'm not going to give any hints, but I'll just say he's a short king. But we'll see. Cody already knows what I'm talking about. We'll see, guys. No promises. Let's see what we got tonight. Blu-ray Addict. What's going on? Of course, the Legend Saturn video. Listen, dude, I'm paying tribute to a great YouTuber tonight. That's what I'm doing tonight. Jigsaw Rules, what's up? Dave Vanderhoff, what's up? Acres of Movies. That's a great channel name. Acres of Movies.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Smith. What's going on? Wanna Burn? Carmatic. Movie Misfits, what's up, player? I know. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships, Blockbuster box. That's great, dude. By the way, really, he's genuinely cool, dude. I like him a lot. Ghost Dog, what's up, Ghost Dog? Ragnar 666, Brandon. We have groupies. Like there are, and I say that lovingly. There are groupies for Planet Dirty. If we did an appearance at a convention, Brandon, I think we'd have at least 4 people.
Think so?
And Brandon would shoo them off really, really quick. You could have a line all day, maybe 4 people would show up, but Brandon would shoo them off real quick, like leave me alone.
Oh yeah, I'd be very, very, very passive about it.
Brandon would be at he'd be at the bar, but he wouldn't be drinking. He'd just be eating nachos.
Dude, I'm a hermit, so you'd be lucky I'm being there in the first place, dude.
Jake, Acres of Movies. Aaron Click, what's up, Aaron Click? Everybody, welcome. Nuclear. Everybody here tonight. Blu-ray Addict. Good to see everybody. Matt Arnett. Will. Thank you guys. Beyond the Grave Media. Good to see everybody. God bless you guys for being here tonight. We have a lively show, a lively chat here tonight. So listen. Here's the first thing I want to talk about. Now, Cody, you obviously saw the thumbnail for tonight's show. People are probably wondering, well, what the hell is this about? Well,
which I want to say, is that a picture of you, Brandon? Because you look like Chet Hanks in the photo. On the thumbnail. You look like Chet Hanks.
That is. Christian must have creeped my Facebook profile for that one.
No, here's this is exactly what I asked you about. So, Cody, I was going to ask you, and for the audience, did anybody see that thumbnail at first and say, wait a minute, is that Brandon?
That's exactly what I did, because it looks like. Do you know who Chet Hanks is? It's like Tom Hanks' son, who's like a rapper.
No, Tom Hanks doesn't have a son that's a rapper,
dude. And then now that I see it, I'm like, oh my god, Brandon and Chet look exactly alike.
Let me see, Chet Hanks.
Doesn't he in that photo?
That does look like Brandon.
That looks exactly like the photo.
That looks better in that photo. That was a good photo. That was a good photo.
Listen. I'm gonna get real aggravated if we have 127 people. There's 26 likes. 100 of you are sitting with your hands on your asses. So let's get those likes up. But for real. So anyway, this is what I was gonna say. I want the audience to try this for me. I want everybody to grab their phones. Of course, you all should be enjoying this on your television screens. Because that's the best way to enjoy Planet Dirty. But I want everybody to understand you will open up a whole world of magic if you just go to Google and type in Brandon Tabbato, because that's what I did, and that's the first thing I see is this early 2000s, white rap hip hop image of Brandon.
Oh, that's not early 2000s.
Well, that's the
vibe I get from it.
That's 2014. That's 26-year-old. That's 26-year-old Brandon right there.
Oh. Well, it's a good picture, but I really thought it was not you, or it was you, but he generated the picture.
That was back when I had one chin and brown hair still. Or
you know what's funny? somebody needs to go to Brandon's page and just go to the Tomato Vision channel and go to shorts. I was flipping through shorts the other day, and all of a sudden the short comes up, and it's this guy with a clown mask sitting down on the ground across from a door. And I look at the corner, I was like, "Oh shit, this is Brandon's page." Like it populated short to me. And I didn't know what I was watching at first. This guy, I don't know who the hell this guy is from Adam, opens the door and he's like, because Brandon was like down on the ground and screams at him with the clown mask. And I'm like, oh, this must have been like last week or something. The mask comes off, Cody. The luscious locks fall out of the mask. And instantly in my head, I'm just hearing, I want something else to give me to.
That's funny. Dude,
see, Brandon looked like he had like a side cut. Like it looked like the side of his hair was cut, but the top was really, really long.
Oh, it was an undercut. It was. Yep.
Oh wow.
When was that? And who is that dude? I don't know who the hell was that.
That was all 2014, Brandon. He went through a lot that year.
See that the video where I scared that's the same video. There's a video where I scared Shanna coming in, and then I scared her brother Jeremy. The guy is Jeremy. That's one of my childhood best friends and my future brother-in-law. And that was a prank video from 2015.
Oh, okay, dude. I just saw the one with your wife. How those must be in the queue for some reason.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I just saw that the other day. Yeah, she's like walking in with groceries, and you're like behind the door with the mask.
Yeah,
yeah. I saw that a couple days ago. He has two really cool clips or shorts. He has one where he's just like, I don't know what you're doing, but you have like your face, and you're just like, like you have like all weird, and so you're like inside the like the closet or something, but it's kind of freaky.
Oh yeah, do you see somebody else inside that looks something like that?
Yeah, it's like somebody sitting at the table. So I was like,
Kristen loved that video last year, whenever the hell that was, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
And then I remember another one I saw of yours is like you're like in the kitchen and your grandma walks in. You're like, hey, grandma, blah, blah, and you walk out and you're like, my grandma's been dead for 5 years. And you turn around and she's like either there. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was good short.
Good times. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Don Shanks, with $1.99. Now, Brandon, I don't know what it actually looks like on the website because on here it describes the emojis. So thank you for the $1.99. Pear character putting his hand in front of his mouth while blushing.
Oh, it's like an animation of a pear blushing with a gym sweatband on.
Well, excellent, Don Shanks. I like that. I like that Native American thumbnail pic you got. Look at that thing. That's cool. Thank you, Don Shanks. God bless you, dude.
Buck wild for Easter this year.
Now, can we confirm that is the Don Shanks?
I didn't even think about that. Michael Myers. What's up, dude?
Dude, you never know who's watching, man. you know how like sometimes there's the Tom Cruise that pops into these chats? Dude, what if it was 100% Tom Cruise and that's just what he does?
That'd be awesome.
Time.
Dude, when Tell It Animated popped in here a couple times, it blew my fucking mind.
Who?
Tell It Animated?
Dude,
one of my favorite YouTube channels.
Brandon, biggest fan ever. I mean, I talk to him pretty often. He loves this show.
Yeah,
He's
I love his content.
Fan. Yeah, that dude, you never know who's what. Oh, here's another thing. So I did a review, and for the audience, you guys will be interested in this too. I did a review on Ghosts of Mars, the 4K that just came out from Scream Factory, and I reviewed the special features. And in that video, I said, listen, the only new feature we got is this guy named Daniel, who's a film historian that talks about Ghosts of Mars. I said, no disrespect to you, dude. I like you. You had a full moon shirt on in the video, but that's all we got. And guess who I got a message from this morning?
That guy?
That guy hit me up. And he was nice. He was like, he goes, hey, dude, I appreciate you at least checking out the special feature. I figured nobody actually watches any of this shit anymore, but I appreciate you at least watching it. But he did tell me that they did try to get Johnny. He actually said they tried to get Johnny to talk about the movie and other things. And it sounds like Scream Factory doesn't want to pay to do anything. I mean, Sean Clark already talked about Scream Factory stopped giving him money to do the Horror's Hollow Grounds for the Blu-rays. Sean basically said, like, they would say, here's $6,000, go out, film it, get it all done, make it nice, and send it to us. Then it was like, we'll give you $2,000. And he was like, dude, by the time I pay for my flight to go to Buckingham Palace to find the locations and do all this stuff, I'm going to be thousands of dollars in the hole filming all this. So that's why he stopped. If anybody was wondering why they stopped doing those. But yeah, the guy the guy was really cool. He hit me up and he was like, he goes, like, at least you watched it. Like, I appreciate you watching it nonetheless. So I didn't feel really bad because I didn't say nothing bad, but dude, it just goes to show, Cody and Brandon, you never know who the fuck's watching that. When you upload that video, dude, you have no idea who's watching it.
So there is somebody, whenever I do a so there must be somebody at Scream Factory watching these things, because whenever I do something Scream Factory, like if I get like a bundle and I show off like cards or something, like it's always someone who like did like the art cards or something, and they're always like, hey, I'm the one who did the art cards, thanks for saying something positive about it. So I was like, oh, I'm glad I said something positive about the art cards. You know.
Oh man,
it's happened a couple times to me.
So Cody, you don't drink alcohol at all? You're a sober guy.
Yeah.
Was that something like you gave up cold turkey one day, or?
I've always been.
What the hell are you laughing at, Brandon?
Well,
I tell you, he starts laughing. Nothing's funny. Brandon starts laughing. I'll tell a joke. Brandon looks at me like Michael Myers.
Yeah. I've been drug free and alcohol free and tobacco free my whole life.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, I can't. No jokes to be made about that, dude. That's impressive.
I grew up with all that stuff in my life, so when I grew up watching it, and I was like, nah, that's not for me.
Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. You know, I'm a very casual drinker. I think Brandon's somewhat alcoholic, but like he hides it really. Dude, he functions very well. Brandon, you know what's crazy? Obviously, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but my wife, she used to work with a retired state trooper, Cody. Amazing guy. I met him. Nice as can be. State trooper. Every day when he got off work, and you'd be surprised how many people do this. I'm sure half of the audience does this. Every day when he got off work, he goes to the nearest gas station by the job. He gets the tall boy Bud Light. You know, the tall, guzzles it the whole way home. State trooper. Every day.
Nobody's going to pull him over, so why not?
I'm just picturing Gus from Pet Sematary 2.
Exactly. Yep.
You know. Yep. But yeah, Cody, respect, dude. I mean, that's a great way to live, dude. Like I'm actually, dude, I'm extremely casual. I'm extremely casual drinker. I only drink maybe once or twice a month. I don't keep beer stocked in the house, really. Some stuff hangs over, but I'll tell you, Cody, these are kind of dangerous, but they're delicious. Now, Brandon drinks motor oil, basically, as alcohol. I don't know what the hell he gets, but these Angry Orchards, Cody, just if you ever feel like one, dude, it's like drinking Hawaiian Punch or whatever. It's like drinking a fruity drink. It's so good you don't realize you're drinking alcohol.
See, like,
but it gives you a horrible headache and a horrible hangover, though. That's the only catch.
You know what, though, dude? That's why God invented the ibuprofen. You got tinfoil on your drink?
He has a Modelo, don't you? Is that a Modelo?
Dude, that is a grandpa beer.
My best friend drinks Modelo.
Oh man, let's see. Thank you so much, Tom.
Hell yeah.
Hey guys, it's really me. I'm high on life. Brandon, can you give one of these days, Brandon, can we have you recreate the Oprah Winfrey episode?
Oh,
explain.
He did.
You don't remember that?
Oh, yeah. He's jumping up and down.
Yeah, he's like confessing his love with Katie.
I could do that. I got that new couch still here, you know. So I
didn't they divorce like 2 years after that?
I think it was like less than a year after that.
I thought they were together for a while.
Maybe they were. Thank you so much, Tom Cruise, dude. It's an honor to have you here. I mean, honestly, your best movie is The Firm, in my opinion.
I'm gonna go fucking
God bless.
buck wild for Easter this year.
Easter's coming. Hell yeah.
When is Easter? March or April?
April 25th, I think. Let's see.
Yeah.
Easter 2025 is Sunday, April 20th this year. So there you go. A very, very interesting Easter it will be 420.
No wonder you're
oh my God. High on Christ. No problem, Donovan. You message me on Facebook anytime. I don't check my Facebook messages too often, so feel free to blow it up. I'll look at it once every blue moon. So I saw the chat talking about this earlier. By the way, before we even get into that, Brandon, I didn't watch your video you posted today, but I saw you were spouting something off about Nosferatu again. What was that video about? I mean, I'll watch it, but what was that video about that you just uploaded today?
It was sort of a revelation video, sort of a mocking myself video, about a short form thing.
Now, did you have a revelation?
Yeah, I didn't realize that because I love the movie, I love the look, I love the mustache, all that shit was great. But my big problem was he didn't have the iconic Nosferatu Count Orlok rat teeth, the two front fangs. And I guess I just missed it in the theater, but I saw a couple stills from that scene where Thomas Hutter goes to the coffin and Orlok is sleeping, and you see a quick shot of his face and a couple other things besides that. But yeah, he's got the two iconic Orlok teeth, man, front and center. I didn't realize he had them. That's like the only scene they play him often, and I wanted to make a video about that because I was basically wrong.
It's covered by the mustache, though.
It's sort of covered by the mustache, and like he has a bunch of sharp teeth, but he has the two front prominent rat teeth. I just don't understand why Eggers didn't highlight them more, like because that would have made the look, I think, for a lot of people, even mustache aside, if you could see those chompers all the time, it would have improved the look for a lot of people, including me. But they are there, so I was wrong in my first video about it. So
hopefully that one pops off again, dude.
Hopefully, yeah.
I like the Nosferatu stuff.
Appreciate it.
You should do another video called "You All Suck." Watch this video on my fiance's an axe murderer or whatever the movie was called.
I'm gonna push some like ad money behind that one and see if I can get it up a little bit because that shit sucks. I can't believe that video did so horrible.
What's the name of that movie?
So I Married an Axe Murderer.
So good. Joe Blow did a video about it like a week ago and it's fucking popped off. I'm so pissed. I'm like, dude,
hey, that's good because
Yeah,
what that can do
get people to look it up.
is I tell people this all the time. Listen, guys, one of the things I see a lot is when you start doing YouTube. This is for anybody that wants to do YouTube. Don't be like this, okay? Do not be like this. This is the worst trait of humankind. If somebody does a video that's similar, or if they just rip you off because they liked your video idea, don't be upset about it. Let them make that video, because if somebody watches their video, odds are your video will populate on the side as the suggested. Then they can see yours.
Exactly. But you know how many views that video's gotten since Joe Blow did his? 0.
Yeah, but you got to give it some, dude, brother. You got to let things marinate.
Speaking of videos, dude, I got to meet the Applegates video coming out. I think it's gonna be really good.
Nice.
Shock 'em Dead video and a Scream video coming out. So
Nice.
yeah.
You said a Scream video as well?
I'm finally gonna do something about the Stu Macher return. I gotta say something about it. I don't like making current shit. I just don't like doing current event stuff, but I've got to say something about that. So.
Dude, what the hell is this about? Did you see they are playing the monkey in churches? There's no way. They're playing the monkey in churches?
Have you guys seen that movie yet?
I'm seeing there. I think AMC had an early screening of it, but I'm going to see it this week. I'm going to see it this week.
Did it come out this Friday or next Friday?
I think it nationwide comes out this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Maybe it came out already. If not, I'll go Monday and see it. But
why are they showing it in churches though?
Maybe he's talking about the chicken place. Brandon, have you ever eaten Church's chicken?
I have not.
I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Dude, I love Church's chicken. You know why? I started going to Church's because Popeyes always had a big line. Church's is fire. If you get a good cook, dude, get that crispy skin, buttermilk biscuits.
I'll tell you what, man, KFC is freaking expensive though now.
Oh, dude, all that shit's expensive. I don't even, dude. Bojangles is expensive, and I want to go to Bojangles.
I don't even know what the hell Bojangles is.
It's a chicken joint. It's like a new chicken joint. They got chicken. They got a lot of chicken strips, fries.
They
get a
wrestling here.
You have a Bojangles?
We do. I haven't eaten there, but we have them down here.
The reason I wanted to go, Cody, was sometime last summer, Bojangles had a wrestling promotion where they had collector's cups and they had a Hitman Hart cup.
Oh, really? That's cool.
And I wanted to get it, and of course I go to mine, and they looked at me like I had 4 eyes when I asked them for it. So,
yeah.
All right. So, guys, check this out. The audience was talking about this before the show even started, and I want to kind of get into this. Brandon, name me every nationwide rental store that existed. Fairly well known to the biggest. Name them all of them to me.
I know Blockbuster. I know Hollywood Video, obviously. I know Movie Gallery.
National Video.
That's the only 3 I can think of, actually, I think.
Family Video, I know, that's pretty big.
Family Video.
I don't think we had those here, though.
Have you guys heard of National Video? That's the store I still have.
No.
Okay, we'll exclude National Video. So Family Video, Hollywood Video, Movie Gallery, and Blockbuster. Now, I want to ask you guys, out of those 4, can you kind of, because listen, I have to kind of stay out of this. I had a Blockbuster in St. Bernard Parish. And when I came up to where I live now, I had a Blockbuster and I had a Hollywood Video. But I want to ask you guys, because I'm assuming where y'all live, y'all might have at least visited all 4 of these before in your life, or it sounds like Cody has.
Yeah.
Which one is the best out of all 4 of them, in your opinion? What is the best? Which one was the best video store in terms of atmosphere, titles, price, all
And
that
just
stuff?
chains here. We're not talking about the mom and pop shops. We're
No,
talking
that'll
about the
come
chains.
afterwards. So, because I want to talk, because there's an argument about that after I get done. But
So I was always a Hollywood Video guy. So like our first place we'd go to is like the grocery store. And if they didn't have it at the grocery store, we'd go across the street to Hollywood Video. But then once the grocery store shut down their rental spot, then we're all Hollywood Video, to the max. I didn't go to Blockbuster until Hollywood Video closed down.
Mm.
what is that you have?
Shout out to Hollywood Video.
That's so cool, dude. And
What
by
is
the way,
that?
shout out to that Beethoven second poster.
Yeah, man.
I love that shit.
I don't know. This is just like a 3D sign that.
Just Cody, hold your sign right up. Listen, bring it the other way so you're not covering the poster. Bring it the other way, like the other. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all are the first people in history to see somebody hold a Hollywood Video sign and a Beethoven second poster in one image right now.
And wearing a trimmer shirt.
There you go.
Dude, that shirt's badass. What is
Yeah.
that? Nevada is for. Does it say Nevada is for tremors or lovers?
It's for trimmers.
Okay,
And
yeah.
and this is bought at the one place, like the convenience store there, Mr. Chow's.
That's a great shirt. That is a fantastic shirt. So, dude, Hollywood Video, I wish I had. I never had a Hollywood Video near me, but it seemed like it was like the outside looked fun with like the big lights and everything and, all that stuff. And, I mean, in terms, did they have Nintendo games and stuff like that? Could you get like Diddy Kong? Like, dude, when Diddy Kong's Racing came out, I have a vivid memory at Blockbuster. Dude, they had the whole row, Brandon, all 5 rows. There's probably like 40 things of Diddy Kong Racing gone.
So like for like the last 10 years of their like career or their existence, they had like a whole game zone. Like they were like focusing hardcore on games. I forgot what it was called. It was like the Extreme Zone or something. And it was like a whole whole thing. Like, do you remember when like I don't know, here it's there used to be like certain Walgreens that had like you had to go to a special spot to buy the alcohol in Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like what they did with their movie. They had like had this whole game, and they had like a chain link fence around it. Like they made it look really cool.
Man, I miss those times.
Yeah.
Brandon, before we get to you, I'll get to this real quick. Quentin, thank you so much for the $4.99. Have you heard of Disc Replay? It's also a video store. Great question. That's a great question, Quentin. I have not. Disc Replay.
No.
Just on a quick Google search. Oh, that's kind of like a modern store. It looks like that. It's kind of like not a second Charles, but it's kind of like a game exchange. They do like buy, sell, trade stuff. Dude, cool. No, I've not heard of that. I bet you that's really cool though, Quentin. I'm assuming you have one near you, dude.
I just remember.
Thank you, Quentin.
Like when I had I remember for some reason we couldn't go to Hollywood Video. We had to go to like a Blockbuster, and I remember like the things that we were able to do at Hollywood Video, we were not able to do at Blockbuster. They looked, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like they were like much more strict. It was a different vibe at Blockbuster that I had to get used to.
Oh, I bet you did. Yeah.
Oh, how about you, Brandon?
I mean, we around here at least, I remember hearing about family videos and Hollywood videos, but I don't think we ever had those around here. But we did have a decent amount of Blockbusters. I mean, Blockbuster's iconic. I have a lot of good memories there. We all do. But I always found Movie Gallery, because we had 2 or 3 of those here when I was a kid. Movie Gallery always had this cooler vibe. It was way sleazier. It had like the dark gray carpets, the dark painted walls. It always had those like red and pink neon lights around the whole store. It was just a weirder vibe overall. And they always had a weirder selection of movies than Blockbuster did. Like Movie Gallery, like Blockbuster had all the stuff. Like they had the Puppet Master movies, all the iconic stuff you want. But Movie Gallery always had Traces of Death, Faces of Death, stuff like
really?
Mondo Cane, all that kind of shit, like all the weird stuff you wouldn't find at Blockbuster. I'm not sure why that was, but Movie Gallery always had the sleazier trashier stuff, at least as far as my movie galleries were concerned around here.
What was the place where like it was like you could shop and then there's like a window and you could order pizza and it was like that window went to a pizza place.
What?
There
It was a
it's
rental
like-
store that had pizza?
Yeah, it was a rental store and it's like they were always connected to
Was it called Brick Oven Pizza?
no, I don't know what it was, but I remember seeing it recently because it was not around when I was a kid, but it was like, yeah, a movie rental place, and it was always connected to like a pizza place. And you could either walk over to the pizza place and get yourself, or there was a window you go over, you hit like a ding, and they came over and took your order. You would go get your movie, come back, and your pizza's done. And I was like, that would have been
Dude,
I would have loved that if
I would live that.
Uh-huh.
Oh God. I have a question for you guys I want to ask y'all, but I'm gonna do this. Thank you so much, Big K. Are you guys going to watch Big Red Harrison Ford? Let me give you a clip for this. Clip is for Quentin and you,
I'm gonna
Big
go
K. Thank y'all so much.
Buck Wild for Easter this year.
All right, so he's referencing Captain America.
Yeah,
Captain America. I'm just straight up. Those movies don't do. I love Harrison Ford, but honestly, I have zero desire to watch all those superhero movies. I'm not a fan. I'm not into them. I'm more into the real kind of deal. I'm a Seagal guy. My dad's made me a Seagal guy. What can I say? Now, if Seagal comes out, Brandon plays.
Yeah, I'm not going to go see it. I've been checked out from the MCU since Endgame. Endgame was fantastic. It was a perfect capstone to that whole damn series.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that they kept going with all the shows and the movies and so much content was just a disaster. And I know the whole damn MCU is a big disaster now. I know Deadpool and Wolverine couldn't save it. So, I mean, that fucking sucks. But I think it was just too much. They did too much. They should have. I think after Endgame came out in 2019, Marvel should have taken 5 years off for making anything in that universe and then
100.
come back full force. Like they just like you don't do Endgame and then hit people with like 25 Disney Plus shows and 25 movies in 6 months. Like, come on, dude.
It was like a build up to like,
yeah, it was way too like that. And like I've seen some of the stuff. It's been so trash. But no, I'm checked out. I'm so checked out of the MCU. It's not even funny.
I did like Wolverine and Deadpool though.
I thought it was entertaining a little bit, but I mean, it's not.
You know,
it's not the heyday of the MCU as far as I'm concerned.
I'm gonna sound like that old man. Now, God knows I'm into some bizarre shit. I truly don't understand the appeal. Like when I see them dancing the Backstreet Boys, I'm like, is that supposed to be funny? I just don't. I truly don't get it. I'm not making fun of it because clearly, Cody, I'm on the outs. I'm not the cool kid. Like, because the world is entertained by these movies. I seriously don't understand it. I don't. I tried, dude. I'll never forget one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And people could say, well, Christian, that's why you hate these movies. It was Ryan Reynolds, which your career is over, buddy. That Blake Lively broad's got you in a lot of shit right now.
They're in some deep shit right now.
Dude, have you kept up with that, Cody?
I have, yeah.
No, I just know they're going back and forth on.
Listen,
person said that. I don't really know what's going on.
Listen, dude, my FYP on TikTok is baller right now. So Blake Lively and Baldoni made this romance movie. She came out and said that Baldoni was this and that towards her. She has a horrible reputation as being a mean girl. All these clips have surfaced. This one girl who was like a Showtime interviewer for movie stuff became famous because this clip of her just being so disrespectful to her went viral. So people already don't like Lively. She says Baldoni was manipulating this, that, and the third. Cody, this dude split the Red Sea. He started releasing backstage footage, text messages, the entire text conversations between the two. He's releasing everything. Baldoni ain't playing. He is releasing everything.
And this all started because like I saw he directed the movie and she was like editing it, or she like went and changed edits, right?
She was trying to. She was trying to. And I think he was like not for it. There's a channel called Be Better, BEE Better. Go, anybody that's interested in this, go to TikTok and look at his page. This dude is showing everything, all the text message. This Baldoni guy made a website. He says, I'm not letting this woman take me down. He made a website, Cody. Every text message between them is public. You go on that website.
Yeah, he's got the receipts, man. It's crazy.
You read all that shit. And I think she liked him because Baldoni's a good looking dude. I mean, he's aging like a fine wine. He's one of those dudes that just looks like he's chiseled by stone. This guy, I think she likes him.
And I think that movie did pretty well. And I think it's a book, right? And there's like a series. So I don't think we'll be getting any more of those movies.
They'll work it out. Movie Gallery would
They'll
sell
be
you
married in 5 years.
Movie Gallery would sell you a Cannibal Holocaust and Butterfinger BBs and think nothing.
Exactly. They would, dude.
I think we have a super chat I want to get to. Then I have a question for the audience and you guys. Let's see where it's at. People are talking about Movie Madness in Portland, Oregon. They've got alien props and stuff. Troy Sailing said that, dude.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well, Bryden, I admit Bryden's giving me a little bit of shit here. He says, "Stop being a hater, dude. You're the same dude who likes Rob Zombie's movies." No, Bryden, I'm admitting that I'm not the cool kid. I'm admitting that. I agree. I want to be. I don't, dude. I have no desire to. I'm old enough now to where I don't need to be the guy that's trying to be different and says, "Oh no, dude. Actually, Resurrection really is the best Halloween movie if you look at it this way." Like, no, I don't want to be like that.
That's true though.
It's Brand, it's up. So I want to like these movies. I've tried, Brian. I really have. And I was gonna say something before I jumped on the Blake Lively stuff. Oh, that I watched. I remember going to the theater to see Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds. Cody, I wanted to vomit in a bag.
Dude, I have a bad experience seeing that movie, man.
Was it just seeing the movie, or did something happen in the movie?
No, so I remember
piss on your popcorn. Like, what happened?
Me and my girlfriend, like, we went. It was like our anniversary, and we went to like this place called Famous Dave's beforehand. And they have like this hot sauce called Wilbur's Revenge. And dude, I think I missed the first 15 minutes because I was in the bathroom. It was one of those experiences where you had to get naked. Like, it was like you can't. Have you ever had those experiences where it's like, okay, I'm uncomfortable. These clothes have to come off
all the time.
So,
wait. I'm sorry. You were taking what happened? You were taking a shit and you had to take your shirt off. Is that what you're saying?
So
you had to get naked. That's what I said.
Yeah, there are some times where it's like it's like I don't know what it is, but like you don't feel good, and you just don't want anything on you. So, and usually this doesn't happen in public, but it happened to me in public while I was watching this movie. So I had to go to the bathroom, and it was like I gotta take my clothes off. So I was like sitting there butt naked at the theater in the theater bathroom. But anyways, I go back, and I had to keep doing the trips like 3 or 4 times. So I missed a lot of that movie, but it was exhausting. So I never really saw the full movie. But I was
so glad this is happening.
You might have came out better than me because it was really bad. It was stupid. I just hated it.
I remember thinking the movie was all right, but I didn't see a lot of it. Like, I kept missing 15-minute chunks of it. But I only got naked once.
Oh, hell yeah.
Were you afraid? Just naked. Thank you so much, Clever Ghost. Marvel is like that person that likes you and annoys you, but you don't have anything for that person at all. I guess that's one way to put it, Well,
wait a minute, Christian. I get that you're fatigued with Marvel, with superhero movies. So am I. I think a lot of us are. But would you not agree that it would be sweet to see movies come out like Swamp Thing, Spawn, The Max, shit like that? Like, you would still want to see superhero movies done in that kind of vein, correct?
I thought, well, not to be that guy, but was Swamp Thing DC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's the thing, Brandon. They tried it. Nobody watched it. They canceled it.
It's too expensive.
You're talking about the TV show with
Derek
Jason
Mears. Dude, when I heard Derek Mears was playing Swamp Thing,
I heard it was good.
Nobody was more excited than me.
I didn't watch that. I need to, but I heard it was good.
It was good. Well. I bought the Blu-ray of season 1. I bought it. Dude, it was good.
I think they are making a new one, but yeah.
And that's the thing. All the good stuff, Cody, gets canceled. Like, the best show on Netflix of all time, the audience will agree with me on this, was Mindhunter. I had never seen a show this good. Cody, if my mom walked in while Mindhunter was playing, I would throw her out of the front door. Don't mess with me right now. That's how good the show was. COVID hit. They started putting money back into Stranger Things, which I love you, Akeem. I'm just being facetious. Akeem works on Stranger Things. So once Stranger Things started, it's like everything else got canceled.
Yeah.
Which really isn't the case. But my point is, dude, they started canceling all the good shows.
Yeah. They canceled my favorite show, which was Glow. I loved Glow. It was like about the female wrestling.
Glorious Ladies of Wrestling?
Yeah.
Glamorous or Glorious? I forgot what it was.
Glorious, I think.
They canceled that 90s show too, those motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, we got to talk about that. But anyway, thank you so much, Clever Ghost. I'm gonna give you a clip.
They just don't give shows a chance anymore. Like Seinfeld. I always go back to Seinfeld. Seinfeld did horrible its first season. horrible. If that would have came out today, they would have canceled it.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Nothing can breathe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can breathe anymore. It's like, dude, Blue Oyster Cult wouldn't be famous today. It took them 4 albums, Cody, before they had a huge hit. 4. Record companies were like, "Hey, let's hang tight. Let's
look at Kiss. Same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what else we have here. I think we had another super chat. Oh, what's up, Mountain Veteran? Thank you so much, Mountain Veteran. Fly, Cocaine Bear, Fly with a $20 super chat, dude. Amazing. Let me give him a clip.
Buck Wild for Easter this year.
Thank you so much, Mountain Veteran. Thank you so much. Clever Ghost, dude. I appreciate it. All right, everybody here. Here's my question for the chat. Actually, Akeem actually asked a question. I'm interested in this. Have you guys seen Cobra Kai? Dude, I got to finish the last season, but I actually like the earlier seasons better than the latter seasons.
I want to see them.
I'm surprised you haven't seen them. Dude, I think it started off really, really good, where they kind of reversed the roles, where, what's his face? He's the high rolling, at the dealerships and everything. And then the blonde haired guy, he's like the bum.
Yeah.
Trying to
It looks good.
So it started off really good, but they kind of, as it gets bigger, it doesn't get bad, but I really like the nuts and bolts of that first season a lot. But dude, I don't know about y'all. Are y'all excited for this new Cobra Kai movie or Karate Kid movie with Jackie Chan?
I'm a big Jackie Chan fan. So
who isn't? Cody, Brandon's saying no.
Brandon has great lighting right now too.
Thank you.
I think he's tired already.
With that blue on his face. Brandon,
you're not a fan of the Karate Kids?
So the only good Karate Kid movie is the 4th one. So
hell out of here.
No, I haven't seen Cobra Kai. I've heard nothing but good things. I saw the trailer for the new film, so it's kind of funny that they're joining the universes of the remake and Cobra Kai, because I know the movie is going to be a sequel to the TV show, as well as that remake with Jackie Chan. So that's kind of cool. It's a cool concept. I just didn't really think the trailer was appealing to me, but I know a lot of people are interested, so that's cool.
I'm excited for it, man. I really am. I want martial arts to come back in a big way to American cinema. It's missing because, Cody, think about it. You had Bruce Lee, Jean-Claude Van Damme. After that, you could argue Jackie Chan, really, who was big in the 80s, but really big in the 90s. Who was next?
Jet Li.
But Jet Li never really had a big career in the late 2000s, 2010s.
No, it fizzled out pretty quick. But my
point is, why no?
He actually stopped making movies to help his nation or whatever, something like that. And then once you're gone, it's hard to come back.
What happened? Why no next? Why did American cinema lose? You could argue the
action movie genre kind of.
It did. And Cody, you could argue the last really big martial arts film, at least one of them, was Kill Bill.
Yeah.
You could argue that was one of the last really big martial arts films.
Yeah. Like, dude, have you ever seen The Raid?
Yes.
But that wasn't even America. So
no.
Yeah. So, but like, dude, so what it is like, so when people go to the movie theaters to watch an action movie, that's a Marvel movie. When people go to the theater to watch a comedy movie,
that's what pisses me off, Cody.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off. The action films are superhero movies. Cody, do you know how great some of these? Cody, there are movies like Wasabi, which are real martial arts films, and I want people to check these movies out. Cody, these guys they don't cut. These stunt guys, they know exactly how to fall. They go through glass. You should see the action scenes. They will knock you out visually. You see people literally fall off of, I don't know how they do it. You'll see a guy get roundhouse kicked off of a ledge, go down 10 feet through a table, no cut. No cut. It's insane. People would love this stuff, but they got it. America, somebody has to take one of these movies, give it a chance in the theater.
So Jason Statham, I don't know how you guys' opinions are on Jason Statham. I always support his movies in theaters just because he's the only one keeping it alive, or at least trying to.
I like the Crank movies.
Fuck they should make Crank 2 is 10 out of 10 for sure.
His new movie is called The Working Man, and it was written by Stallone.
Shit, that sounds like Brandon.
It's coming out. It's coming out.
Can you imagine Brandon as a star in an action movie?
If I drop some of the weight, yeah, sure, why not? You know,
Man, so I was working with this guy. This is probably about five, maybe 7 years ago. I don't know how we got on it, but I asked him who his favorite action movie, who his favorite action star was, and he told me it was Robert Downey Jr. And I was just like,
that dude,
my
I would
heart sank.
I would
was like,
honestly tell him to just please walk in traffic.
So, and then I read, so this is maybe a couple weeks ago, I read, or I don't know what I was watching, but I saw that people's favorite action star now is Timothy Chalamet. And I guess it's from Dune. I guess he's a big action star in Dune. But I was just like, Timothy Chalamet is
kind of like our age, like my age, like he's early 30s, like skinny guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He was
the main guy from Dune.
Well.
Dude, no, he ain't no action star.
That's what I was saying. I was like, oh my God.
Let me tell you something. A real action star, and I'm talking a real action star, is a guy that's at least 38 years old. He's in good shape, but he's got that rough look. He looks like he's been around the world. Like, listen, I make fun of Steven Seagal more than anybody. But the fact is, Brandon, when Seagal broke into Hollywood, he was 38 years old. When he did Marked for Death, dude, when he did Under Siege, Brandon, he was 40.
His first 6 movies.
That's an action star. And Stallone did his best work when he was 40. Dude, you got to get like these 22-year-old punks. These ain't no action stars. Get the hell out of here. We need these dad bod, in shape, big dudes, rugged look, ass kickers. We need to bring that back, man. There's an audience screaming for that.
Yeah.
You know? And the funny thing was, I really thought Batista could have been that guy, but he's going the other way. He's like, oh, I got to drop all this weight so I can look normal next to people. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like,
he looks weird as shit now.
And the problem with The Rock is, his movies, I feel like he's got every movie The Rock does, it's got like, well, how is this going to appeal to everybody? How about how about Dwayne? How about you read a kick-ass script and you don't give a rat's ass about?
Dude, that's why Walking Tall kicks so much
dude,
ass.
Yes,
dude,
the Walking Tall
is awesome.
Gridiron, like, dude, yeah, all his early, the Walking Tall, that was a remake too. Great movie.
Yeah.
So he has a movie called Faster is Good, but there's
Faster's
also
good.
Snitch. There's a movie he has called Snitch, I think, where he's like a truck driver and he has to try to say he's driving drugs to keep his son out of prison or something like that. It's a really, if it was anybody else, they would have won an Oscar for that movie, but it's a good movie. I like it.
And The Rock, dude, in the Fast and the Furious movies, like those movies are kind of a joke now, obviously, but in Fast 5, when they first introduced The Rock, he was a big, beefy, like super bearded, angry, testosterone-ridden dude. And like he was a scary motherfucker in that movie. And they sort of made him a joke in the series after that. But like they should have kept him that way.
Well,
I think he can act. But I don't know what it's like. He's just he's sucked into being like the everyman in every movie he does. It's fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Max P with a $9.99. Thank you so much, Max P. For someone who has never been a big action movie fan, what movies would you recommend to me to make me a fan? Grape stream tonight, boys. I say we all give him one recommendation each.
What's the question again?
Brandon, okay, basically Max is saying, hey, I've never really gotten into action. Give me a movie that would make me an action movie fan. What would be your recommendation to him?
Shit. Come back to me.
I'll give you an answer. And I have a feeling I'm about to take Cody's answer. This is like the perfect gateway action film because it has everything. It's got some humor. It's got some great characters. It's got that popcorn fun. Get in. The action starts right away. The best gateway action movie, in my opinion, is Speed. I think you can't go wrong with Speed.
We're going there. Then I'm going to go with Con Air. That's where I'm going to go.
And that's where you get that humor, right? With the Con Air.
And I'm going Face Off.
Damn, I thought you were going to say Broken Arrow. That's what I thought you were going to say.
No, we can't have two Nick Cage movies, Cody.
Yes, we can. No, we can. We can.
Okay, fine. Broken Arrow then.
No, Face Off is perfect.
Okay. Face Off is my favorite action movie.
Face Off, Broken Arrow, No Escape. Dude, fuck yeah.
Okay, hold on. We can't.
Dude, I've not seen No Escape with Ray Liotta.
Top tier.
Oh my God.
Dude,
Ray Liotta is an undercover action.
We're going to have your friend for dinner. Like, that's a great fucking movie, dude.
Ray Liotta, 1994, No Escape is a classic.
Dude, I was just watching a movie.
Dude, the bad
with,
guy's the bad guy from Turtles 3. Just FYI.
Is it?
Just so you know, it is. Yeah.
Oh, then now Max P is sold. All right. So Brandon, let me go back to you. If Cody's gonna do Face Off, I don't want to give the guy I don't want to give the guy too much Nicolas Cage. Give me one more recommendation, and give me something a little bit more modern, Brandon. Give me
Besides
something from
Con
the
Air?
last 20 years.
Okay, well, if you're not going to go Con Air, I'm going to say Crank High Voltage because it's such a fun, crazy ass Jason Statham action movie. Pure action.
That might
It's
be
pure
too much
action,
for
pure
somebody's
adrenaline.
first, though.
Is
A
it
Crank
though?
movie?
No, dude, you don't tiptoe into the kiddie pool if you're gonna give the guy action. But hey, Max P, start with Speed.
Speed is
Tell
good.
me, start with Speed. When I say it's the perfect gateway movie for action, it's perfect. You got Dennis Hopper as the crazy villain. You got Sandra Bullock, who's sexy as hell. During that era, nobody was hotter than Sandra Bullock. And Keanu has that X factor. He's not like a ripped dude. He's like nothing. There's nothing overly special about Keanu, but somehow that makes him like so special because he's like a normal dude, but he's got his shit together. And dude, that scene where they put him on that low profile like betting thing with the wheels, and he has to go, dude. I talk about a nail biting scene. I was like, they're gonna kill somebody filming this shit.
I'm surprised you didn't say Demolition Man, to be honest.
Well, the reason, okay, so I will give him a Stallone flick, and I don't want to go Demolition Man first. I'm going to tell you which one he should start with Stallone.
Say it on 3.
Hold on, let me make sure I got the right
All
answer.
of us say it on 3. I think it's probably all the same movie.
I know I'm going to say because
Is it 90s?
No.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
I'll tell you what I think he should do. I think because Cody will agree with me. Speed is a very, no pun intended, fast action movie, and then what he could do after this to slow it down, go to Speed, and then go to Stallone and go do Over the Top.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger's great, but I think you got to get that. He needs to, because the thing about action films, and Cody will agree with me, in the day, in the 80s, soundtracks were literally on point with action films. I mean, Kenny Loggins, Sammy Hagar, the Over the Top soundtrack is phenomenal. It's one of the best soundtracks.
Dude, we ought to be a fucking ashamed of ourselves, all 3 of us. You know that? Because I'm looking at the chat, and none of us said Point Break.
Oh, that's a good.
No.
That's a
You
travesty,
didn't say
dude.
Point Break.
That's a
You made
travesty.
that your personality.
Son
You
of a
didn't say
bitch.
it.
Son
What about
of a bitch,
Roadhouse,
dude.
Brandon? We didn't say Roadhouse either.
That's true.
People are saying Last Action Hero. But here's the thing. I want him to watch But God, by the way, we have 181 people here tonight. So thank you guys for being here. Please drop a like. Last Action Hero is not a gateway action film. Last Action Hero is the action movie you watch after you've experienced a lot, and then you want to see the most innovative action film.
So, like growing up, one of my favorite action movies was Breakdown. But now that I'm older, more people call it a thriller.
Dude,
I still think it's an action, right?
But why can't it be both, right? I mean, because
It could be both.
it's certainly an action film.
Speed is a thriller action movie for sure.
Speed's a horror film.
So Breakdown is one of my favorite movies of all time.
All right, let me get another beer popped open real quick, Cody. Get me fired up.
But
Breakdown is the Kurt Russell film, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's a great movie. There's another movie just like it though, wasn't there, in the early 2000s?
It was with it's called like Black Dog or something with Patrick Swayze.
Maybe Black Dog kicked fucking ass, but I don't think it was the same story.
I know, but
you
it's
gave me a
flashback.
flashback, dude. Black Dog, holy shit!
Hey, mama said the way you move.
I have like a weird obsession with 90s thrillers and 90s action movies.
They were the best.
Dude, let me tell you, Cody. This is no bullshit.
And Blank Man.
Last year, the the best movie I saw last year, hands down, was not Fatal Attraction. That Kurt Russell Ray Liotta.
Oh yeah.
What was it called?
Not Law by Citizen, but
not Fatal Attraction. I want to call it Fatal
Was
Attraction.
Unlawful Entry.
Yes, Unlawful Entry.
Listen,
That's a great fucking movie.
Great movie,
dude. Liotta is probably one of the most underrated movie stars. Period.
Yeah,
dude. I just watched a romantic comedy with him that turned into a Fatal Attraction thriller, and then back to a romantic comedy. And it had Ray Liotta in it. It was called Something Wild, I think it was called. Something like that. It was with Melanie Griffith and what the hell's his name? Harry from Dumb and Dumber. Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniel Phillip. Not Jeff Daniel.
Just Jeff Daniel. But
Jeff
it was
Daniels.
so watching it. It was like romance, and I
Jeff.
watched it, and then all of a sudden turned into a thriller, and I was like, "Dang, that's a good movie."
Speed 2 Cruise Control. I will accept no disrespect on Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Mhm.
The opening scene of a milk truck throwing Apple II monitors or Windows 95 monitors out of it, Brandon. It's the greatest scene in the opening of any action film I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And Andy,
I can't believe William Dafoe's in that movie, and I can't believe Jason Patrick's in that fucking movie.
Dude, he's great.
I can't
in
believe
it.
that's those
Dude,
fucking
William
people.
Dafoe is like his best movie is Speed 2.
Nobody said Turbulence either, man.
Turbulence is great.
Listen,
man.
I just saw that last year from Kino. It was a great movie.
Great holiday movie.
Nobody said Clear and Present Danger, Patriot Games, none of that shit. The Rock,
If you smell
Red October, like, come on, dude.
Cobra. I wanted to say Cobra, but I really wanted him. I wanted Max to get the lighter side of Stallone, right? Like Stallone's character in Over the Top is really like a sympathetic character, a guy trying to do right and fix the brattiest kid in that movie. Brandon, I bet you would slap the dog piss out of that kid.
And he's working out his arms in the truck.
You know, but after that, going to Cobra was a great. People call Cobra a slasher film all the time. I don't really quibble over it, but if you're going to call anything Stallone's on a slasher film, I guess you would say it would be Cobra.
Cobra and ICU.
Die Hard, Speed, Air Force One, Mission Impossible. Listen, I genuinely think Cruise's best movies are not his action films. I'm going to say that. I think the Mission Impossible films are great, but I think if you want to see the best of Cruise, you go to Vanilla Sky.
Fuck yeah.
You go to The Firm. You
Fuck
go
yeah.
to Jerry Maguire.
Yep.
That's where I find Tom to be at his best. You know,
Like risky bit. Like I like Rain Man. I thought he was.
oh, dude, don't get me started on Rain Man. That's such a good movie.
Well, Eyes Wide Shut, you know, Kubrick's best film. Fucking crazy.
Hey, did you see that
Interview the Vampire?
What actor? Yeah, Interview the Vampire. What actor was it Harvey Keitel or was it I think it was Harvey Keitel. Didn't he quit Eyes Wide Shut because like Kubrick wanted him to do the same scene like 80 times? He's like,
that's right.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I'll report back next stream. Thank you so much, Max. Let me give you a little clip.
Buck Wild for Easter this year.
There was also a little time where like Christian Slater was doing some good action movies, like Hard Rain. Did you guys see that movie?
I remember that
The
movie.
Hurricane. Yeah, that's a good one. And of course, Broken Arrow.
Running Man is a great one, dude. Anything with Jesse the Body Ventura. Have you guys seen Major League 2?
Not in a long time. Not since I was a kid.
Okay, well, there's a hysterical scene where the guy who replaces Wesley Snipes becomes a movie star in it, and he does a movie called Black Thunder and White Lightning. That's the name of the movie, Black Thunder, White Lightning, and it's him. I think it's Omar Epps that replaced him.
It is Omar Epps, yeah.
It's Omar Epps and Jesse Ventura, and they're doing the movie, and there's this hysterical scene in the fake movie trailer for the new movie where Jesse Ventura leaps off of like 100-foot building and lands on his, like, you see the stunt guy jump from an insane distance. And like you see him go down and then it cuts and you see Jesse land on his feet perfectly fine and gun down like 40 guys. It's the best part of the absolute best part of Major League 2 is the Black Thunder and White Lightning trailer in the movie Major League 2. It's kind of funny that they did that because they had to replace people and it wasn't as good. It just wasn't as good. But they did have Bob Uecker back, so at least there was Bob Uecker.
I do want to
see Major League 3.
I have. That's
There's a third one?
Back to the Minors. Major League.
Is it good or bad? I haven't seen it.
It's bad good, but it has Jensen DeGette from Jason Takes Manhattan in it.
Really?
Yeah, she plays the love interest of the main star of the movie, and it's got he's a big actor now, but back then he really wasn't. Tommy Goggins or Tommy Walter
Goggins, yeah.
Walter Goggins is in it, and it's so funny because
that's crazy.
It's so funny because that dude was going bald in that movie, so I think he got his hair fixed because he still has hair today. But dude, my thing about Walter Goggins as a kid was him being in House of a Thousand Corpses,
Yeah.
where he goes up to Captain Spaulding and
Goddamn.
he just walks up to Captain Spaulding while the guy from Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer is talking to him the whole time, and Walter goes, "You can shit 10 bricks for all I care." Like that was the only thing he said to Captain Spaulding the entire movie. That's funny shit.
I do want to shout out Justin. I think it said there's a movie called Stone Cold. Have you guys seen Stone Cold?
No, I haven't.
Dude,
Let me
it
look
is
up. Who
so
is
good.
in that?
It's so it was a football player named Brian Bosworth, and they were trying to get him. He had to retire because of a knee injury or something, and they were trying to make him like the next like big action star.
Brian Bosworth?
Yes.
Oh my
It
god,
was
this guy
so
looks
good.
like a jacked Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, dude, it's a great movie. He's like an undercover cop.
Lance
like, a
Henriksen's in
biker
it.
band. Yeah, he's the
William
main bad guy.
Forsythe is in it.
Dude, it's so good. So Kino released it not last year, but the year before, and it was my favorite release physical media wise the whole year.
For the audience.
Dude, it is so good. So fun.
It looks like a Jack Vanilla Ice.
Dude, it's so fun. I highly recommend it, guys.
Real quick, thank you so much, Angel $4.99. Thank you so much. The Scorpion King spinoff is a criminally underrated sword and sorcery movie. Top three rock movies. So the Scorpion King, dude. Correct me if I'm wrong though. The first time you kind of see The Rock in the movie was The Mummy Returns, right? Where he was the big sand guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember in the theater, we went to see that in the theater. But that's another great action film was The Mummy.
I saw it twice in theaters. Stone Cold. Mummy 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Don't you think that, they should get Brendan to make one more Mummy movie? Get him in shape, get him ready to go.
I'm sure he wants to. It's coming. I know it. I know it's coming soon.
Call it The Return of the Mummy or something.
Yeah.
Because, dude, listen, that movie was probably one of the most impactful movies of my life when I was a kid. I mean, it was huge. It was probably the most fun I ever had in a movie theater. Just incredible. Why doesn't The Mummy get a 4K? Like, dude, it's The Mummy.
I'm sure that's coming too.
I like The Mummy Returns, but the first Mummy to me is the best.
Part 3 is good too, but it's nowhere near part 1.
Yeah, Mummy Returns was the one that I was like, I geeked out over when I was a kid because I think I was at the age where I could go to like the movies, like with just my friends, kind of thing. So we would we went and saw that a couple times. We're like, yeah, this is cool. The Rock's in it.
Yeah. Real quick,
I'm
thank
gonna
you
go
so much,
fucking
Angel, to give you your clip.
Buck Wild for Easter this year.
Let's see. Unlawful entry. Yeah, that was the movie we were talking about. I'm way back on the chat, guys. Let me go through, make sure I didn't miss anything. End of Days. Brandon was talking about End of Days. That was wasn't that kind of Arnie doing like a horror film? Is that what that was? Or
like a thriller horror kind of?
Yeah.
I think me and Cody agree that it's the best depiction of the devil in a movie, I think.
Yeah. It's so underrated, and it's such a great movie to watch around the holidays. Like, I love watching it. But yeah, dude, the guy that devil is pretty cool.
That was Schwarzenegger's like last Schwarzenegger movie, I think.
I agree with that. To me,
he became governor, and it was sort of
Well, he did that, and then he did like the Sixth Day, and then he did like Collateral Damage. But those were like around like 9/11, and then like action movies in general just changed up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Big K. Odd that Bullock dates another badass in Speed 2. Well, I think in the movie, like they said that like she got something from Keanu Reeves and she thought it was body spray and it was pepper spray, so she broke up with him.
Yeah,
like they broke up for a really stupid reason, But dude, I'm serious, dude. Speed 2, and people can make fun of it. Siskel and Ebert gave it 2 thumbs up.
No.
Yes.
That's funny.
I think it's better than people think it is. The irony is it's called Speed and it's on a cruise ship that moves very slow. It's like, I get the irony there, but dude, it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, I know that the title doesn't make sense, but this movie is good.
So I talked to Jason Patrick last summer when I met him at a convention, and I was like, of course I'm going to talk about. Everyone's talking about something else, and I'm the guy who's talking about Speed 2 with them. And he said that,
he's probably happy about that.
Well, so that's what the thing he said. For years, he was just like, I don't like this. Like, it was like a damper on his day. But he said now it's like people my age are growing up and be like, no, that's a movie I watch on HBO all the time. So he said he had to put stuff out on his table, and he's surprised how many people actually like it now.
That's what I would talk to him about if I saw him. I mean, obviously, Lost Boys, sure, but I'm serious, dude. Speed 2 is fucking great. Thank you so much. Big K Movies and Games. So here's the question I want to ask, and then I'll get to Gravy Super Chat. The question I want to ask, we were talking about video stores earlier. I always had the impression that the national, I won't say national video since it seems to be I only have one, but the Hollywood videos, the family videos, and Cody, what was the other one? Movie Gallery, were the places you go to when Blockbuster ran out of the new title or whatever you were looking for. I was always under the impression that that's what those video stores were really for, because 99% of the people in my town, when we had a Blockbuster Movie Gallery, people went to Blockbuster, and when they didn't have whatchamacallit, when it just hit the shelves, okay, let's go see if Movie Gallery has it, which they were kind of like the bitch, which I'm not saying is, I'm not putting it in a nice way, but that's the way people treated it. Were you guys that way? Were your families that way? Or did you treat Blockbuster as like the Walmart? You know, nowadays, a lot of people avoid Walmart. They just hate going to Walmart because they just destroyed every other kind of grocery store because they're so big and they can beat the prices. Did you guys feel that way, where it was like screw Blockbuster? Or did you treat it like the other stores, like the secondary stores?
Look, so I used to go to a mom and pop shop called King Video, and the reason why I had to go somewhere else is because it closed down. So, but like if they were out, so like, and then I started going to like it was a Krueger that I used to rent movies from, and if they didn't have, because they would only have like, you know, they didn't have a big selection at this movie. So then if that didn't work, then we go across the street to Hollywood Video. And then Hollywood Video usually always had it, but we never went anywhere else after that. You know, like it was just that, you know, like we never went out of our way to another store.
Well, Dornale says Blockbuster was the expensive rental. Do you guys remember being it that way?
Yeah.
So, but Brandon, then why wouldn't all those other stores? And I guess you could argue that they kind of did, because Family Video hung on for a while. I mean, it outlasted technically Blockbusters outlasted them, right? Because of Bend, Oregon. But I mean, were you the same way? Would your family go to the other stores before Blockbuster?
Yeah, I mean, my mom and I would go to Videoland, the mom and pop shop we liked the best, predominantly because it was $1 rental. You return it the next day. It was the best deal in town. Or Movie Gallery, because they always had cheaper deals than Blockbuster.
I saw the thing that really killed Blockbuster was they never owned their building. They always rented.
Yeah.
We went to Blockbuster.
Rental would go up and they wouldn't be able to do it. Or where I saw Family, the reason why Family Video is still around technically is because they own their building.
Well, McDonald's was the same way. That's how I learned that watching the Founder movie.
Oh yeah,
not in the food business. You're in the real estate business.
Yeah.
Yep. No, we treated Blockbuster sort of like we would go there if Videoland or Movie Gallery failed, because it was always more expensive. But like my grandma of the older generation, I feel like a lot of those people in the 90s went to Blockbuster exclusively because it was trustworthy. It was sort of a prestige kind of thing, a clean video store environment. I think that's why Blockbuster held on, because it was sort of the Walmart or the prestige line of mainstream video rental centers.
Well, and I think
mom and pop stores, Movie Gallery, there was a sleazy vibe to them.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, and like a Blockbuster always had gimmicks too, like no, you know, like there was no late fees for a while. Then there was, you know, they had like, I remember my uncle, because we didn't go to Blockbuster yet, but my uncle had like a rewards card. He was all about that rewards card. I don't know what that rewards card got you, but man, he was all about that.
You know, thinking about this, I wish like hell I would have gone to that Movie Gallery way more when I moved up here, because I'd never had one. Dude, in St. Bernard Parish, we had Blockbuster, we had a mom and pop shop in Violet, Louisiana. Shout out if anybody listening to this from Violet, Louisiana. But dude, and that mom and pop shop was great. That's where I first saw the image of Hellraiser on VHS and stuff like that. And I remember my mom renting me King of the Ring 98 from the mom and pop video store on VHS, where I watched Mankind get thrown off the cell. God, man, I wish I could revisit that for the first time, or watch it for the first time as a kid.
Yeah, I would rent old WCW and old WWF pay-per-views from Hollywood Video.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? That's another thing. I remember my Blockbuster, I'll give them credit, they did have a shit ton of WWF tapes. And WCW, like Bash at the Beach 93s and stuff like that. And those VHS covers the WCW VHS covers were always fucking amazing. I wish I would have bought all those when they were going out of business, but, you know,
I have not a big collection, but I do have like late 90s, some like Starcade 99. I have it actually signed by Bill Goldberg. Or no, not Goldberg,
Bill Goldberg?
by Kevin Nash.
Oh, Big Sexy.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much, Grave, with the 1999. Y'all are the best. Thanks for the good energy tonight, guys. Cody, thanks for the recommendation on Alone. That movie was hard to get through. I was so uncomfortable. Dude, that is a great
It's a
fucking
good movie.
I
It was
bought-
like quietly released, but it was just
And you know what? It's
really
funny
good.
because like it just popped up on my Amazon like recommend when I was buying like a new title, and it was cheap. It was like $12, and I was like, I read the description, I was like, oh wow. And that movie, I remembered. I don't even remember what movie I bought that day, but that alone trumped it. It was just so good. CHH, do you like Kill Tony? And did anyone watch Valentine? Yes, dude, I love Kill Tony. I think it's one of the funniest shows ever. I watch it all the time.
I don't know what Kill Tony is.
So Kill Tony is like it's a comedy, it's a live comedy podcast. Every week Kill Tony does a show where he has like a panel on stage. It's Tony Hinchcliffe, Brian Redband, who used to be the guy that worked with Joe Rogan on his podcast for a ton of years, and they'll have a special guest. One week it could be Bert Kreischer, who I hate. I hate Bert Kreischer. He's obnoxious and annoying. Or it could be Tim Dillon, who's my favorite comedian today. Or it could be bigger names like Bill Burr, or they'll have Joe Rogan come on, which Joe Rogan's not a great comedian. I'm sorry, everybody. It's just not. He's a terrible comedian. But I'm trying to think of like who's the big guy today? Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis will come on there. And there's a hat full of names, and Tony will pick a name out of the hat. He'll call it out, and all the people in the back, whoever's name gets called out, they come out and they do 1 minute of stand-up comedy in front of a live audience. And sometimes it's so bad, and sometimes people are hysterical. And there's a band, so it's one of the most innovative shows I've ever seen. It's so entertaining. There's some legendary people that got their start from Kill Tony.
It sounds so it's an old show. I feel
It's
like
been around for a while.
Okay, I feel like you may have explained the show to me before, or somebody else has, but it sounds familiar. But yeah, I've never seen it. It was on YouTube or something.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's so good. And it's funny because when they did a show in Madison, the show's gotten so big that they'll fill out Madison Square Garden. Well, they'll fill out the arena for the show. And when they did it last year, Cody, I mean, my childhood was like, it hit me in the feels because all of a sudden they kind of stopped the show and Kill Tony goes, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Dice Clay. Andrew came out, got the jacket on, dude, the glasses. He just killed the crowd. I'm an Andrew Dice Clay guy. That guy was offensive as hell, but it was just like the dirtiest, nastiest, like sex jokes he would tell. And then he would go, oh, those classic sounds. And dude,
unforgettable.
I love Andrew Dice Clay. When I was a kid, my dad used to have his specials on, and my mom would be like, Tommy, turn it off, Tommy. They can't listen to that. And he'd just be like, Little Miss Muffet sat on the top of it. Oh, there's more to it, but
he actually has an action movie that I've only seen once, and that was back in the 90s, like something for Ford or something Ferrari or something.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like,
and that was actually pretty good.
There was a rumor last year. It could have been Dead Pit that started the rumor, maybe not. Maybe they just said it. But people were saying, dude, the new VSU is going to be this Andrew Dice Clay movie. And I was like, please be Andrew Dice Clay's movie. Which I still think it could be that, but
yeah,
I don't know. Blockbuster had the quality. Places like Family Video always had scratched discs and stuff. Brandon, do you ever feel like that was the case, or?
Not really. I feel like Blockbuster had an equal amount of scratched discs.
See, I never really came across anything. I also think that once the movie store went from VHS to DVD, that's when it lost its momentum.
Yeah, it did. Because
Like
when
that
I think back of those
gone.
days, I don't think about the DVD era.
Mm-hmm.
I think about the VHS tape era.
Yeah, because then once you went to like the section for like horror movies, you're not going to find a gem. You're going to find one that's straight to like one of those like movies you don't, like, oh, this was straight to video this year. Like I want to find something from like the 80s, but you weren't going to find that there. It took the fun out of horror shopping.
Ben Grimm says something that's important. I worked at Blockbuster because Ben said he worked at there basically as they were shutting down.
Oh.
He says, I worked at Blockbuster. One of the things that killed them is when they stopped charging late fees to keep up with other chains and Netflix. Brandon loved it when they stopped charging late fees.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, 193 people tonight, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Packed house tonight, Brandon. It's
Hell
wall
yeah.
to wall tonight on Planet Dirty. But one of these days, dude, if I ever have a reason to go to Oregon, I want to go to the last Blockbuster
So do
because
I.
it looks like they have like a bunch of memorabilia and shit.
Mhm.
So like I would get like clothes and stuff there. All right, I'm sorry, my special guest is texting me.
I definitely want to go to Blockbuster. Dude, there was a rumor that they were going to close like earlier this year or last year, but it was just a rumor.
Yeah, I
That
think they do
would be
okay
sad.
online. They sell merch online. I have merch from them online.
See, man, I would like to get some Hollywood video merch, but if I can't, then Blockbuster is the next best thing.
Well, you should be able to get that get that stuff off of like Redbubble and stuff.
Yeah.
Since they're shut down, I think there's no IP
Yeah.
anymore. So you can probably get some cool stuff like that.
Mhm.
CHH and company, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. What was your first experience going into the adult section of the video store?
I never saw one. God honest truth, I never saw one in any place I went.
Brandon's chomping at the bit.
Brandon's like,
Yeah,
I go
saw
to
'em.
every
They had them in
Friday.
Videoland, Movie Gallery, Blockbuster, I think, but I never went in one. So,
But
I have no
Brandon,
idea.
I heard that back in the day they had the sex movies and the porn stuff in like kind of velvety kind of clamshells where like they didn't really have covers, but they were like these kind of like
I have no
nice
idea.
looking. You know, do you not? Had never heard of that before?
No, I just remember there always being a back room and it said like adult, but I never saw a curtain. I just always saw a door and people going in and out. So
I never saw that, or else I was never paying attention to that. Like I knew where I was going.
I think Blockbuster had that. I could be wrong. It could have been the bathroom, but I think they had an adult section, but I could be wrong. But I know
See-
Movie Gallery, I think, did, and I know for sure Videoland did for sure.
Yeah, see, I heard somewhere that Blockbuster never had it because it was more family friendly.
Maybe
and then
not.
I also feel like Hollywood Video wouldn't have that either, just because they were kind of competing. But then again, I don't think I was looking for that section. So I don't know.
Cody, I think people were saying that Adventures of Ford Fairlane was the
Yes.
Andrew Dice Clay movie.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
it.
that I want that to get a 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. Oh,
Dude, he was in that. He was recently in that one movie. And he was pretty good. He played Lady Gaga's father.
was
And,
he like an Italian guy in something? Because I remember him promoting it like a couple years ago.
Yeah, he was. What is the movie called? And with Bradley Cooper.
Let me look it up.
I can't think what it's called.
Stars Born.
Stars Born. Yeah,
Oh, dude, I got to see that just to see the
it's a
guy.
great movie. I liked it a lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Deadlights, for the $5 super chat. Thank you guys for doing these shows. It means the world. So I'm telling you, Brandon, people love these shows, dude. They really do. I get messages from people all the time, and they say, dude, what's the Butterman doing right now? I'm like, I don't know. Ask him. They'll ask me what you're doing. Watching these shows and going to old ones for a laugh has gotten me through dark times. Dude, thank you so much.
Yes, it looks like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, please, Brandon, go.
No, I was saying it looks like Blockbuster did not have an adult section, so there must have just been a weird back door.
Brandon, don't move.
Yeah.
Don't move. No, turn your head back. Cody, I want you to Google the Nintendo NES cover for the Terminator 2, and Brandon looks exactly like Terminator 2 on the NES game cover with the blue hue on the side of his face.
You said Terminator 2?
To a T, it looks just like him.
You said DS?
No, Nintendo, not DS, just the classic Nintendo. Thank you so much, Mr. Delights. Listen, dude, we're glad you're here, man. We love doing this show.
Yeah.
We love doing this show, and we're glad that it means a lot to people. We really
He kind
do.
of reminds me of the cover of Raising Cain.
That is Brandon. Thank you again, Gravy, for $9.99. I went to the Kill Tony live show at Madison Square Garden, and it was the best night of my life. Gillis did Trump. Dude, Alec Baldwin's Trump is terrible. Shane Gillis's Trump is so
Spot
good.
on. It is.
It's not even funny. And I saw the Dice Clay. It was amazing. Dude, if you have any home video footage of that from your phone or something, dude, send it to me on Instagram so I can see it. But yeah, Cody, you got to check that out. I'll send you a link to it. You got to at least see Dice hit the stage, dude. I mean, it's the crowd was going, because that's New York. That's his home field. Dude, they were going fucking nuts when he hit the stage. It was amazing. It's amazing. And what I love about Dice, dude, is like, all the comedians today, they got so much respect for him. You know, they're not like, oh, that guy's old, like he's not funny. Like they know, like Dice, dude. I think Dice might have been one of the first comedians to sell out Madison Square Garden like
I think
2 or
he
3
was.
nights in a row. I mean,
think he
Murphy was huge, But I think Dice might have been one of the first guys to sell out Madison Square Garden. It's fucking insane, dude.
I've been to Madison Square Garden. It's a cool place.
I would love to go there.
I was there for the WWE Hall of Fame.
Brandon, when you hear Madison Square Garden, what comes to mind and why is it Kiss?
Exactly. I was going to say it's Kiss. Because that's all they talked about. Paul I think it's Peter Criss said it the most. He talked about always playing there.
And it's not a big venue.
It's not a huge
it's
venue.
A legendary
compared to other places. It's legendary, yeah.
When I heard about it place as a kid, you would imagine it's this huge place, and it really isn't. So,
yeah, because do you remember when they would have Royal Rumble there, and they didn't even have a Titantron? Do you remember that, Christian? Where it would just be it kind of open up like that, and they'd walk out, and
it was like a fence door thing.
Yeah, that's because there was no room for one.
Yeah. But dude, it's so crazy when you watch those old Royal Rumbles, like the whole arena is filled with fog and smoke. And that's another thing that made it seem so there's an energy in Madison Square Garden.
I miss the lights on in wrestling. I don't know why. I want them to turn the damn lights on to see
I know. Yeah, well, that's because the crowds were so much a part of the show, all the signs and stuff. I don't think they want people having those signs anymore. But
I kind of like not having, dude, I sat 4th row at WrestleMania. And I saw nothing. Did
you say anything to the guy, or
you can't you
don't want to ruin
his experience? You know, it's it's not his fault. Even though it's his fault, it's not his fault.
I agree, Bobby. I agree, Fun Bobby. I do rock.
Fun Bobby. What is that from? I feel like there's a Fun Bobby. What is that from? I feel like it's from Friends or something.
I don't know, but we do have Dean Cox in the chat. Love the show from Yorkshire, UK. Today, watch the new release of Life Force 4K from Arrow. Watch the international cut. What a movie. I just got that today, Dean, so I'm going to be reviewing that soon. The reason I picked that up is because Scream Factory dropped the ball on the international cut being actually on a 4K disc. So I'm with you, Dean. How was my impression, by the way? Was it pretty good?
That was great, man. I thought we were talking to Dean.
Brandon took off, dude. He's going. We may have a special guest, guys. We usually go right about 2 hours on these shows, so we may have a special guest showing up here in a little bit. JG, thank you so much. $1.99. Much love from Hawaii. Dude, look at that, Cody. We got love from Hawaii. 191 people here tonight, Cody. It is, I don't know what it is. It is standing room only tonight. Dude. It's a huge audience tonight.
Dude, Christian, you know how you say you talk to me and it's it's what, midnight your time? And you're it's probably 8 o'clock my time. Well, dude, I talk to people from Hawaii. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon there right now. Probably.
Really?
Yeah, they are way behind. Yeah.
Dude, we got viewers from Hawaii right now. I wonder if we have all 50 states covered.
When did that show
tonight? We could. We got close to 200 people here, 50 states. Favorite Cronenberg. It's a lame ass answer, JG, but to me, it's got to be The Fly.
Same here.
You know what I mean? How do you beat that? You really can't. So, I'm gonna say Brandon's answer is probably Shivers. Probably Shivers. Well, there you don't have to worry about hearing about it, Richard. I can tell you this: they didn't use it on 4. They did use it on 3 because 3 was shot in 3D. So they definitely did. They did it big time on 3. So, do you have something to show us, Brandon?
No, I just had to go break the seal. So,
the what?
Break the seal.
On what?
I've been drinking all night, man.
Oh, you mean you had to go piss?
Oh, you had to go to the bathroom. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
See,
you don't break the seal right away because you have to pee every 5 minutes after that. So.
Brendan, have you noticed something is there expressions that are kind of just known by state, stuff that people say that you hear and it's you don't know, I never heard that in my life before. To me it's drain the main vein, empty the snake.
Yeah, but that's regular piss terms. Break the seal is exclusively for drinking.
I would like a notice next time when you go to the bathroom, though.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I'll take the phone with me next time.
No. You know, it's funny. I guarantee you, if I did a poll as do you guys want Brandon to take the phone or go pee? Unanimous, 100% thumbs up.
It would be Naked Gun. All you hear is him.
Oh, dude, that's the funniest scene in the movie. We used to find adult mags in the woods. They would be wrapped in plastic bags. Holy shit.
Nice.
Brad, let me ask you this. When you were a kid, were you a firework kid like on the 4th of July and New Year's? Did you like do all the I would imagine you probably, shove the cherry bombs in, underneath like a pot or something and see how high it would go up in the air. Did you do any of that shit growing up?
Oh yeah, I can't believe I still have my two hands, man.
Mhm.
We loved the best thing we loved doing is lighting the mortars and throwing them off the dock by hand. You know, the ones the sky flowers, you're supposed to put them in the tubes, and we just light the balls and throw them like baseballs into the river. Like that's an easy way to get your fucking arm blown off. So yeah, loved all that shit.
Did you ever? What kind of dynamite was it where you could light them and throw them in water, but they would still blow?
Most of the fireworks I've been around will still go off in water. Mortars, cherry bombs, even some like those little spinner things. I forgot what the fuck they're called. They look like bottle rockets, but they spin. They'll stay lit in water.
And did you have
not that I'm littering the water. I'm just saying we've experimented a lot with fireworks and water growing up.
Sure, I mean you probably. So did you have those tents on the side? I don't know what Cody has by him, but you're probably like me. You have those big tents on the side of the road. Maybe they got the big blow up gorilla out there.
We don't have many more, but we used to have them all the time. Now we got a bunch of established year-round Black Cat, Sky Kings, all that shit.
Black Cat is like the company, right?
It was. It might have closed down actually, but in the mid-90s, I remember my mom had to start signing the waivers saying we're scaring birds out of trees because fireworks were technically illegal at that level. And a crazy tidbit real quick before I'll shut up about it. Last year, you guys might have heard about this. We had a fireworks place in Melbourne, Florida, which is a city where I work. It's about 45 minutes from where I live. And there's a year-round fireworks joint. Some guy on the highway accidentally drove his car off the road into this fireworks place.
Oh man.
And the place fucking exploded, burned down, fireworks going off for like an hour. He burned up. It was like a literal movie sequence. And I think it might have been a Black Cat. It could have been a Sky King, but it was fucking insane.
That just happened in Hawaii too.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude.
Where like a house or something like that filled with that stuff happened, man.
Yeah.
Terrifying. We got love from Pennsylvania tonight. Thank you so much, Project 38. Christian, I think one of the favorite things about the video store experience is what you touched on in a recent video, the promotional standee. I love seeing them, especially ones from horror movies. You know, it's so crazy. I'm still learning about standees that they had back in the day.
I know.
If you would have told me there was a Return of the Living Dead 2 life-size standee, I'd have been like, no, there wasn't. Because I knew about the Lorimar, it's like a porcelain tornado, which I still want to own so bad. They pop up every now and again on like Prop Shop and stuff. But yeah, those standees are amazing. But dude, they take up so much room. Brandon, I bought the Valentine CD soundtrack on eBay. Got it for $4.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's a killer soundtrack.
Great video, by the way. I know we haven't talked, or we haven't. The last Planet Dirty was before that video dropped.
Thank you. Did you like Christian's cameo at the end?
Yeah.
You know what? That really was a good video. And there's, I ham up the notion that I don't like the movie. I like the movie. I like I said, I think Cody disagrees with me. I think it's better than Urban Legend. I really do. I think Valentine is way more rewatchable than Urban Legend.
I'm finding out that there's a lot more people who do hate Valentine than I thought. Like even our last show last weekend, that was 2 days before the video came out. And I've been posting it online on Facebook groups and shit. And there's just a lot of people who really do not fucking like that. Like they despise Valentine. Like they go out of their way to shit talk. I'm like, I can't get behind it. I don't understand why.
See, and it's the opposite for me. I felt like for the longest time, I was the only one that liked that movie. But now recently I feel like more and more people are liking it.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of hate.
I don't know, dude. When it comes to people that are into the late 90s horror stuff, I don't know. I don't know if they're comparing everything to Scream or not. You know, I don't know. There's still some variety at that time because, like, if you ask me, like right now, I'd rather, like, if you were asking me, Christian, do you want to watch Scream? I'd say, oh, how about we go watch Species and then we go watch Valentine and then let's go watch The Faculty. Like, that's what I would say right now. like instead of watching Scream. So I get in a Scream mood for like 3 days, and then after that, don't talk to me about it. I'll get when a movie comes out, I'm in it. But dude, after I see it and I review it, I'm done. I'm done. I've never seen a movie franchise where I can literally get burnt out on it literally after watching the movie. I'll enjoy it, but dude, after that, I'm done. I'm totally done. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to deal with it. It's weird. That's the only movie franchise that I'm like that with.
So
I can talk about Rumpelstiltskin for 30 hours straight without sleep.
so Scream is one of my favorite movies. So I'm not on this, like I don't get the Scream hate that they're getting lately.
Same.
Well, it's a lose-lose situation. You know, there's people that, you know, they're going to say, well, we stand with Melissa.
Well, no.
We're
I
not
was saying,
gonna-
I'll say it's not even about that. It's just about some people are like, oh man, I don't like Scream. I never liked Scream, or I think this is better. It's like, man, Scream, like Scream, like I said, is one of my favorite movies, but Scream did so much for this. You know, like I feel it's hard to explain, but like I feel like people are hating on Scream just to hate on Scream. Like I think that it's so popular that people don't want it to be popular, so they just are like, no, I don't like this because it's so popular, because it's becoming a juggernaut of a franchise with like the younger audience.
Well, would you say it's bigger today than it's ever been?
Yeah.
You think
Well,
so?
dude, because when it came out, that it had a big hit on pop culture. So, but I would say that it's much more popular now. Like it can sell more stuff. Back in like 96 when it came out, it made it cool to like horror again. So I guess it depends on who you're talking to.
But what's weird is like, but back in 96, 97, 8, 9, 10, like all the way up to like 2005, I vividly remember every Halloween from that late 90s on, everybody dressing up as Ghostface.
And they had different colored Ghostface masks, right? There was reds. And
They did, like,
purples.
obviously, like they had the Fun World had the pre-Scream Ghostface masks, and then they changed the logo to Scream once the film licensed the face.
Mm-hmm.
But like that fucking Ghostface costume was everywhere because of that movie. I don't see that very often today. So I'm not sure. Like I think it's a different kind of popular.
It's a
today
different
than
kind
it
of
was.
pop. Yeah. Well, you know, let me ask you this, or let me say this. I don't know if Scream is really bigger today than it was back then. I was young, but I'll give you an anecdote. My buddy Jay the Stingray, he said he was right in high school when Scream came out in 96, and he told me it was so big that when he went inside the theater to see it, they had actually they even oversold tickets. He said when he went into the theater, it was a big theater. Every seat was sold out. He said he had to actually sit. And he said it wasn't just him. It was a ton of people literally had to sit on the side of the chair, the rows on the stairs with the handrails where you walk down. Like he said, he literally had to just sit there and watch the movie. He said that's how packed it was for Scream. And I said, well, when did you see it? He goes, it was like March or February. I was like, didn't the movie come out in December? He goes,
December
yeah.
20th,
He goes, that was finally the time where we could go see it because it kept staying sold out.
Well, Scream got bigger and bigger as the weeks went on. Like I think it opened like number 4 or 5 or something like that, and then it creeped up to number 1. It was a word of mouth movie.
Does that happen anymore? Do movies do that anymore?
This is my coaster.
Oh, nice. You know, let's just ask this question. We'll talk about Scream for a minute. Would the movie had been better, Brandon, if Drew Barrymore was Nev in that movie instead? If she had just been the star? And let's say they got Melissa Joan Hart for Cody's sake to play the opening scene, because Cody would have accepted that. Let's say they had another big star in the opening and Drew Barrymore played Nev's role. Do you think it would have been better, Brandon, or do you think Nev was the right person? Because you know my take on Nev. I like Nev as a person, and I think she's better in different movies. She's got a Netflix show my wife likes. She's fantastic in it, but I think she has no personality in these movies. I'm not a big fan of her. I was always a Tatum guy.
I think Nev was the right choice, and I think Drew Barrymore was the perfect choice as the gotcha, because nobody expected it, and she was super popular at the time, and she was America's darling and all that shit. So I think it was the perfect.
Did people
perfect
really?
balance.
Let me ask you this, Brandon. Did you really? I'm asking you. I'm not challenging you. Like I think you're lying. Did you really not expect her to get killed?
So
No, I didn't because I knew Drew. I grew up with Drew Barrymore more movies as a kid.
Yeah,
So
But
when I
it
finally
wasn't the
saw
but
Scream,
dude,
I just wasn't expecting her to die.
but
I thought
but
she
it
was the main
wasn't the first
character.
time it happened before.
I thought she was the main character because she was on the poster. Twice.
the biggest person on the poster. People thought she was the final girl. When your
And-
final girl dies in
yeah.
the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're like, nothing's off limits.
And
What's
in the
going to
movie
happen?
theater, in the movie theaters before the film came out, I remember it was that poster Cody showed up, but it wasn't everybody in the poster. It was just her with the hand on her mouth, just that image, and everybody could tell it was Drew Barrymore. So I'm like, she's got to be the main chick, and I thought she was. I think everybody did. I think it was a very successful campaign because I had no idea that she wasn't the main character until I saw the movie, and I didn't see it in theaters. Unfortunately, I had to see it on home video. But even then, yeah, I didn't.
I saw the second one in theaters.
I'm jealous of that, Cody.
Let me ask you this, Cody. Let me ask you this, Cody. All right, so fair enough. Akeem is saying that he was shocked, and I know that Akeem was around for that. So let me ask you guys this: I'm going to set this up, and sometimes I get a little bit of shit for this. I'm just asking a question. Cody, explain to me the magic of Scream. It is a meta movie that is literally changing and breaking down and kind of poking fun, right, at all of the tropes of the mystery and all that hoopla of previous horror movies, right? And it was different. That's the beauty of Scream. It was very different, right? Are you with me so far? Do you agree with what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't you find it a little oxymoronic that all the sequels literally the series almost became a parody of itself in a sense, right? Because aren't all the sequels doing the exact same tropes of the first movie afterwards? Mystery killer, they're kind of the same movies over. I'm just asking. I'm not saying I don't like the movies, but do you almost find it a little oxymoronic or ironic? Maybe not oxymoronic, that may be a stretch, but a little ironic that all the sequels are doing what the first movie did, and the first movie is making fun of what all the other horror movies did. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand, but like then again, I wouldn't want a Scream movie to be. When I go to a Scream, it's like when I go to see a Saw movie, I want to see a Saw movie. I don't want to see something, different. Like Scream, I like that formula, and they just need to they need to change up the reason for the killers lately. Like I just like they're always related to somehow. Maybe next time they're not related.
But what if what if they do something wildly different?
So in the last, so this is the thing: if you do something too different, people want different, but if you do something too different, then they don't like it. Just like like when they did, but then maybe on later on, because like look at Halloween Ends, that was something totally different. People that did not sit right with people.
Brandon's pissed.
Or anything like
sometimes I see where Brandon's coming from with Halloween Ends, by the way, but we'll get there later.
Like Roy Burns, people didn't like that movie when it first came out, but now they do.
It took Brandon 30 years to love Friday Part 5.
No, I love Friday Part 5 since the beginning. It took me 30 years to love Jason Goes to Hell.
Since the beginning. Nice wordplay there.
See, like, I think Scream is like it's very grounded, and I want it to stay grounded. So if they do anything differently, then that's good. I just want it to stay grounded.
So here's the let me do the super chat. Then I want to actually go over what the previous two Scream movies did. I want to talk about this. Thank you so much, Clever Ghost. I remember when movies $5 super chat. I remember when movies took 5 months to go to DVD from the theater. Now it's 2-month turnaround. What a change! That's the crazy thing. It's like,
or if it was a Christmas movie, it would come out around the holidays, and it's like, damn, I'm not getting this on DVD or VHS till next holidays.
Yeah, I wonder that. Like, did Christmas Vacation not hit Laserdisc and VHS till Christmas, like a winter of 91 or 90?
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah. It is a different turnaround, but as a physical media collector and somebody that doesn't like to go to the theater too terribly often, like once a month is about what I'm doing right now, which I'm happy with that. That's fine, Thank you so much, Clever Ghost. Appreciate that.
Wild for Easter this year.
Yep.
Go ahead.
VHS and Laserdisc in early 1990 for Christmas Vacation. So not too bad.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. So Scream 5, what was the theme of that movie? Wasn't there an overarching theme of that movie that was kind of like harkening back to one of the old ones? Or am I thinking of the Halloween films that did that? I'm either thinking that the Halloween films harkened back to the old ones where maybe it was like Halloween 2018 kind of had like they tried to have vibes of the first movie, then Kills used like the font and stuff of Halloween 2, and then Ends did the font and the opening credits of Halloween 3. But what were the shticks for Scream 5 and 6? Because I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do with 7. Like, what was the shtick for 5? Like, what were they trying to...
Your guess is as good as mine with Scream 7. I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't understand why they're telling everybody all these people are in this movie, Brandon.
That's why I think they have to have something huge planned, or it's Spyglass being like, okay, well, we need to make sure people are coming in to see this.
Well, here's the thing, and I agree, Cody.
Scream, though, they're not dumb.
And I'll say this because people asked me about this when I did a Scream video. I did a rant. I think Brandon probably disagreed with me on this, but I did a video on this, and I agree with you. It's not worth talking about the stuff with Melissa, obviously the pro-Palestine stuff, this and that. It's not worth even getting into that because people are going to feel how they feel about that. And guess what? I respect how you feel about it one way or the other. You're an adult, have your opinion on that. But my point is, I do think because of all that happening and the bad press, and obviously Jenna saying, well, I'm out of here too, whether it's political on her side or not, who knows? Maybe she's just friends with Melissa and she's like, I'm doing these. If I don't do these movies with Melissa, I'm out of here as well. And also, it really wouldn't make sense to have one of them without the other at this point. But here's what I will say. My gut instinct tells me they are announcing all this shit because they want people to go to the theater. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. But I'm like, man, you got like it's Scream. They have to be keeping things under wrap. But I don't know. Like,
and here's the thing, Brian. I want you to answer this question for me. At this point, do you really think it's worth even bringing back Matthew Lillard? Do you think what they are going to do is going to be good at all? Because I'm going to give it to you straight, Brandon. If I dropped a 32-inch Zenith CRT on your head, we'd be burying your ass the next day.
So here's the deal.
Here we go.
I need a minute to answer this question. So give me a minute to get my bearings. I'm a little bit buzzed too. I got a video essay coming out about this whole topic, and I'm a little bit pissed off because I'm glad he's officially back. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. I hate that they fucking announced it.
Me too.
My biggest fear is that because they announced it, he's not going to be this big mastermind behind the scenes guy like we all hope and want him to be.
Absolutely not.
He's going to be a throwaway fucking flashback or CGI ghost or something weird like that. Nobody wants that. Literally everybody wants him to be the mastermind killer, just like everybody wanted Dr. Gordon to be the new killer and at the end of the Saw franchise, and he fucking was. They gave the fans what they wanted with Saw 3D, and it was Dr. Gordon. Spoilers. Fans need Stu to be the puppet master. That's the only logical way to tie up the whole fucking franchise. You have to bring back Stu. He was going to return in part 3. They didn't do it. Find a way to bring him back.
He was going to return in part 3?
Yeah.
Part 3, he was going to be the
Columbine messed it up. Yeah.
Columbine happened, and they chose to make it about Roman, which is fucking stupid because that has nothing to do with this. That's a dumbass reason to not make Stu the killer.
I thought Manson got the blame for all that. They were blaming the Scream movies? Or are you saying that they did that to
they were blaming Scream.
So I guess like 2 weeks before it started filming, they had to change it. So he was coming back, and he was going to have a cult of followers at the school that were killing for him. It was like the cult of Stu or something. And then Columbine happened, and they're like, well, let's just get rid of that whole.
Oh, so this is public knowledge. He's actually talked about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got paid for the movie, I think.
Wes Craven wanted him to be back. So the fact that all these people all these years are saying, oh, you guys are so fucking stupid, Stu's dead. I'm like, no, that was actually the intention. We're not dumb. But that's why they put a question mark in Scream 6 above his name. That wasn't a joke. That wasn't a throwaway thing.
But I do feel like...
What? What are you talking about a question mark?
In Scream 6 is a picture of Stu in the cult warehouse. And there's a question mark about him being alive or dead.
Yeah, you have to
they said it's a throwaway joke, but give me a fucking break. This, like Cody said, the Scream filmmakers are not stupid. Radio silence might be fucking a little bit stupid, but the Scream filmmakers pretty much aren't stupid.
Yeah, just like when what's his name is watching in Scream 5 when he's watching the YouTube stuff. If you look at the video underneath it, it says Hayden Panettiere, is she still alive or blah blah blah? And it was just like a little Easter egg. And then the next movie, they're like, you know what? She is alive. Let's bring her back, kind of thing. And then they have one, is Stu still dead, kind of thing. If you read it, the one below it, it says, yeah, there's
yeah. Sorry, Cody, go ahead. I think you have to have, if you're going to finish off the Sydney storyline in the Scream franchise, you have to bring Stu back.
It has to make sense.
It has to be a good comeback. It's what 90% of the fan base wants. If you're a good writer, you can write anything. If I'm buying into a fucking movie where in part 5, the daughter of a serial killer sees hallucinations of her ghost dad, like I can buy Stu surviving a Zenith TV.
But it's one of those things where it's like it made more sense for him to come back in 2001.
It does. That's the thing.
Him coming back.
That's exactly right. Because my whole problem and the whole video essay I'm making based off is, if no matter how good their explanation is for Stu, and I hope he is the mastermind, but if no matter how good the explanation is, no matter what, I'm always going to be like, but why did he wait this long to come back in the story? What was the reason for waiting? Why did he not take part in part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Well, what if Sydney had gotten killed? Would that have spoiled his? Like, I just don't understand. No matter how good the story is, why the fuck would Stu Macher wait that long to come back?
Well, I can see it being like he is controlling not controlling, but he has a hand in all these sequels. He's had a hand in. Like, maybe he's the guy who killed Dewey.
Well, exactly, and I would love that. But at the same time, it's like, what if Sydney had gotten killed though?
Well, the thing about that is, though, wasn't there a line? Let me really quick, because I want to continue this, because I think the chat's going wild about this. Thank you so much, Mr. Lights. Is Slither a ripoff of Night of the Creeps? No, Slither is just a throwback to classic monster movies made by James Gunn. That's his best movie, as far as I'm concerned. It's a classic film from 2006, Slither. I love that movie. People pick up the Scream Factory Blu-ray of that. Thank you, Mr. Deadlights.
Okay, I got a lot more to say, Christian, if you'll give me the floor.
Go ahead. Please go ahead. And we're waiting on, we're 8 minutes away from 2 hours. We're not going to go too long because I know Brandon he runs out of gas at about 2 hours, as do I.
I'm good.
But I have a guest that's going to hop on. We'll at least have one for a few minutes, and then we'll wrap up. But hang with us, guys. Go ahead, Brandon.
I don't want the floor. I want you guys to jump in if you have something to say about it too. But
I've got something to say.
With Stu Macher,
I want you to piss Cody off. I need you to piss Cody off tonight.
I'm very passionate about Scream, guys.
Brandon, can I be honest with you? It's ruined.
But my thing here is this. Don't you guys agree that most of the fans want Stu back? And
sure.
It's important for that full circle moment. Like if the filmmakers do this, like I hear a lot saying that they're going to do AI. Like the AI voice cloning stuff, like sort of like what they did in part 3, but AI voice cloning is a big thing in real life right now. They like to placate to real life. Excuse me. If they do that fucking shit and Stu Macher is just an AI voice clone, he's not like, people are going to walk away from this franchise. Like this is literally their last chance to do what the fans want. We wanted him back in part 5. We wanted him back in part 5 with the Stu Macher house was fucking stupid not to have Stu come back for that. Part 6 with the cult and the big warehouse shit, that was stupid not to have him come back for that. Like if they don't bring him back again, most of the old school Scream fans are walking away, as far as I can tell. The question I have for you is this. Oh, Cody, go ahead first. I got a question for you about it. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Because
my question is
on and on.
My question is, I know exactly, right? I'm rambling too. I apologize.
No, you're
fine. Is it possible that Stu Macher was actually Nev's brother in the film and not Roman, and Roman was a hired gun? Is that possible?
Well, he's coming back. So you think that would play in like maybe a flashback?
Maybe
pretend.
Like I think there's ways that they could write a really crazy twist. Like Stu was actually the brother all along, adopted into the Macher family, and Roman was just a guy he hired. And Roman didn't expect to get killed during the events of Scream 3, but that's how it happened.
But why throw away a film career for that? I
don't know. I mean, why do a lot of this crap? Why throw your whole life away trying to be a star because your cousin's more famous than Scream 4? Like, there's a lot of stupid. The franchise is riddled with a lot of dumb shit. When you really break it down, the motivations are really stupid in most of the films.
Before we continue this, I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to give a round of applause. The one, the only, America's son, a historian of the movie The Room, and the biggest Corey Feldman fan this side of the Mississippi. Everybody give it up. Round of applause for Justin David. He's finally here.
Yeah, see, Justin knows that Stu Macher's alive too. Justin, what say you on the topic?
Justin doesn't give a rat's ass about Scream.
Justin, I thought Justin had his glasses on.
Yeah, excuse me, fellas. Sorry. Oh my. I don't know what to think about it. I lost my. First of all, how's everybody doing tonight? Y'all doing good?
Like the hair, man. Look at that.
We're long in the tooth, but we're here. Thank
you. Yeah, I don't really give I don't really give too much of a shit about anything having to do with Scream.
Damn.
Although I did think it was kind of cool when we got to see Skeet pop up, even though it was kind of dumb. It was still nostalgic because nostalgic is a fucking drug and we're all hooked on it. Mm-hmm. So if I were to see Stu come back with a bashed up face out of a mental institution or something, burned up, somehow he survived that TV drop.
Yes.
I can't say I wouldn't have a good time.
Yeah, why not? It's Scream 7. Why wouldn't you do something crazy?
Okay, but let me ask
why announce
killer reveals haven't been good since early in the season anyway. Go ahead, Cody. Sorry.
I think 3 was I honestly think 2 was the last great reveal with Aunt Jackie. She's crazy. She played a great crazy
dude.
woman.
She's one of my favorite. A lot of people don't like her as the killer though.
I love Aunt Jackie.
Yeah, she was cool.
Debbie Salt.
He's
gone.
He's gone already. That was it.
That's it.
Oh, did I disappear?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not used to this setup. Did I mess up my?
We hear you. We just don't see you.
And you have some message that's backwards.
There it is. I was trying to. Okay, I think it's good now.
Oh yeah, you're in a new setting. Is that new? Oh no, it's not.
Hey Justin, go to your settings button and click your camera, and you have your. You don't have to change it, but I think you have your mirror on.
Oh, do I?
You don't. It doesn't matter, but if you want to just take it off, that way your background will look the way it's supposed to for people.
I think it's. I don't know if it.
Maybe it's not.
If I hit settings, it's gonna make me disappear again. I was just.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. Don't you think this whole thing is just spoiled by now? Because if let's just say Melissa and all this hadn't happened and they were gonna make this movie with her, who's to say that Stu Macher was ever gonna show back up in the first place?
I don't think he was. I mean, I feel like eventually people wanted him to come back, but I really wanted to see that story of Melissa Burr end. Like I wanted to see where that was going because she was one of the, like, I know people are probably gonna not like this, but she was probably one of the best final girls, the more layered final girls we've ever had.
I liked her
because we would watch her and be like, is she gonna be the killer someday? Like she's battling with being the killer. When was the last time?
But you know what, she was, but they like, what happened in 6? Why was Bill? If you're seeing your daddy when you're 23. Whenever she's supposed to be in the movie, she's my age, but like, why don't you see your daddy a year later when you're in New York?
Well, plus
you're not gonna have hallucinations. Did she get on? What did she get on? Promethazole?
She did. She was on medication.
Did she take medications?
He was in it.
Well, Cody, wouldn't you agree that by the time Scream 6 ends, like I get the people want to see more story, but at the end of part 6, her story was pretty much concluded. She saw her father's ghost for the last time. Mm-hmm. She threw down the mask. They had like her and her sister walked off into the fucking sunset. Yeah. So technically, you could still say that they had a conclusion.
Yeah, but I just know that like
I get you. Yeah,
like I know they had plans for Neve Campbell to be in Scream 6 in a small spot, and they didn't want to pay her money or whatnot. But I feel like because that's why the third act of Scream 6 is thrown together with some random killers. That was almost last minute decision making of who those killers were and how they were related. Because they're supposed to be Neve Campbell related, and that's why Neve Campbell is going to come back for this part. But so since Neve Campbell was taken out, they were like, fuck, what do we do about these killers then? So they had to come up with some half-baked thing.
It's all just a shit show, dude. It just is.
That's the only thing.
You just reminded me that Neve was supposed to be in it. She was supposed to be in it for 6. So already 6 was and I'm gonna be honest with you, the Hayden Panettiere character, like she was amazing in 4. I don't like 4, but I loved her in 4. She was the sexy, movie chick and everything. She had a great personality, and it like somebody shot her up with goddamn Prozac in 6. She loses her entire personality. She sucks at her job.
Well, she was. I mean, personally, in real life, I think she was going through some really tough stuff.
I wish her well, but guess what? She's acting, for God's sakes. You're an actor.
I think it was her first movie in a while too. So
them making her an FBI agent was the dumbest misstep. I was
really
like, "Are
was.
you fucking kidding me?
I don't
I'm
think it's
supposed
dumb
to
at all.
believe her as an FBI agent? Like,
I-
you had a
why
whole
not?
backstory with her with movies, and
Maybe they
and-
were commenting on how bad the American government is, and like all government agencies and how
I'm sorry.
dumb they are. Maybe they were commenting on that. I don't
So
know.
I'm sorry if something like that happened to me, I'd probably do the same thing.
You'd go
I'd
to
be
be an FBI agent?
Yeah,
dude,
I was like,
dude,
I'm
I'd
gonna
work.
stop these motherfuckers.
Shit, dude, I'd be working at the Jiffy Lube.
The
Like,
only thing that
leave me
could
alone,
stop
dude.
Stu, the only thing that could top Stu is if the fucking killer's revealed in part 7,
To be
and
Jerry
it's
O'Connell.
Randy. It's
Jerry
Randy.
Jerry O'Connell's
It's
gonna-
Randy and Dewey
Just
are the
once.
killers. Like that would flip my
No,
fucking lunch tray like crazy.
We
I
need
know.
if it
Corey
was those two.
Feldman in Scream 7.
But man, like what they should have done. That's how I know that Stu's involvement is going to be really small. Is because if they wanted to get people in seats for it, they should have not announced it until the trailer dropped. Make that trailer go viral. Everybody rushing out to see this trailer to see Stu back. That's what they would have done. So that's why I think he has a very small role.
I think he's going to be a de-aged flashback.
Dude,
yeah, I
people
feel
are gonna be so pissed.
dude, I feel like so
I'm gonna kill myself.
this is the opening kill. It's
I'll
going to
let you
be
do it.
CGI with Roman and Billy, and they're going to be killing Sydney's mom. It's the opening
Yeah.
kill.
Oh, that's.
I don't get why
actually
people want to
interesting.
see that shit though. I don't understand the whole obsession with that kill scene. Like, who
Well,
gives a
well,
fuck?
Going
well,
back to the original, I guess. I don't know.
It's not that people want to see it. I think it's just. To me, I think that's just
Okay,
most realistic.
I
thing.
have
Well,
an
there was
idea.
a third killer too.
I have
heard
an
that
idea. So real
also.
quick, thank you, Quentin, so much for the $4.99. Justin
fourth
looks
killer.
like Jeff Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High because of the hair. Justin, your hair's getting nice and long, dude.
Thank you, man.
I'm not cutting mine. I'm gonna let mine get long, and I'm gonna roll it.
before.
I'm for real. I'm not cutting it. I haven't cut it since like
You said it
last
last
summer.
time.
You know what, Brandon? Let me tell you,
You
dude.
cut it twice.
You did, yeah.
You gotta behave, Brandon. Just check it out. So you said something that makes total sense to me. They're gonna have a flashback scene with Stewie and Dewey, whatever the hell their names are,
Doofy.
and then there's gonna be another jackass that's gonna be revealed. They're gonna show the flashback.
It's Roman that will be because Roman signed on. So all
Listen,
three of
It'll be
them
a
will
fourth
Yeah,
guy.
so Brandon, check it out. They're gonna show the flashback. All three of those jackasses, those jackasses will be in a flashback, and then they're gonna show the flashback again, Brandon, at the end of the movie,
It's
and then
gonna
you're
pan
gonna see the actual killer of the movie will be in
Yeah,
that
a
flashback.
lot of people are speculating that Melissa Barrera's mom and Jenna Ortega's mom was the fourth side chick, and she was at the killing as Billy's sort of side piece, and that's the reveal. That's all. That's the big theory.
I
One of the
think
big
that
theories.
There's one
there's
way
a-
to get me and Justin excited for this, Cody, and that's when we get the announcement that Henry Winkler has signed on for Scream 6.
Dude, that would be so.
He's the mastermind, dude. He
Fonz
is.
is back, baby.
well,
I can't remember what happened to his character.
He got stabbed by
He
scissors.
got stabbed in his office.
Oh yeah. That's
Dude,
right.
he could. Dude, he's lived that. I mean, it's just a battle scar.
But
He
I
survived.
honestly
Okay.
think because there's a girl with blonde hair from like the Pitch Perfect movies that signed on. I think, and she's gonna play Nev Campbell's best friend. I think, but I think she's gonna be the killer. She's gonna be Stu's sister.
The British is it the British chick?
I don't know if she's British or
Well,
not.
what was the thing about this guy that signed on to be Nev's husband? And people were like, "Wait a minute, why is that guy playing her husband?" Some guy. What was that all about?
Because so it's Joel McHale and he's playing a guy named Mark because she's married to a Mark, but people want her to be married to the Mark in Scream 3. And that Scream 3, but that's our fault for assuming it's the same person.
I think it was him, and I think he was going to be signed on. And when he dropped
Yeah.
out, they had to keep Mark because in Scream
Yeah.
5 they say Mark,
Yeah.
so they couldn't change the fucking name. So now it's just a dumbass second character with the same name. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, it had to be
Mhm.
Kincaid
Because I think
at one point.
I think that Radio Silence wanted him to come back, and I think that they were working on negotiations. And Spyglass is not good with these negotiations, so
It
I
had to
don't
fall
think they
through.
wanted to pay him his money.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? It's like, let me ask you guys this, because CR says you already know the de-aging will be terrible.
Fucking A.
I mean, Brandon, do you feel that the de-aging was bad in The Irishman, though? It was noticeable, but I don't think it was like
I think The
distractingly
Irishman is the
bad.
only example that it was used well in. That's
They
the
had a
only
lot
movie.
more money for the Irishman, though.
That is the only movie it looked good in, and obviously, it sort of looked good on Schwarzenegger in Terminator Genesis,
I thought it
the
looked good in
opening
Genesis
scene.
too. Yeah,
but
Does
everything else looks abysmal, dude.
Does anybody get the feeling like when you look at Justin's background, like he should be selling you weed paraphernalia or a vape pen?
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Like, what are you interested in, man?
She got my brother.
So what do we got going on back there, Justin? It seems like you've got it all worked out pretty well. It looks like a big bug zapper light back there on the right.
I got a lot of bugs flying. I don't shower too often. Like you said, this is the first time I've showered in a while, so I have to keep the flies at bay. So I do have an industrial size warehouse style bug zapper back there. Puts off a good glow. But no,
I like the monitor up there.
I just threw that up. I've been working. It's still not done. I kind of threw this together, but yeah, it's looking good. I'm trying to go for a little playhouse.
Dude, it's coming along.
Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah.
Career opportunities up there. Underrated
Yeah,
John Hughes movie.
That's a good movie, man.
Very nice, dude. Very classy move.
I like the horse riding scene.
I don't know.
She's such a smoke show.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys though. Like, this is just dead ass. The chances of this Scream movie being great are slim, but it's not impossible. But I really, Cody, I don't think there's gonna be in between. I think it's either gonna be good or bad.
I think, unfortunately, I don't think people are gonna like it.
I don't either. It's just a shit show at this point. Now, if they announce Jamie Kennedy, then maybe I'll be like,
Fucking A, dude. Yeah.
You know,
I
I
need to
don't
drink some
know.
water.
Justin, you said you went to the movies today? Or no? Take your time.
Movie night. I did a movie night.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you went to go see the Monkey Boy or whatever it was called.
No, we you want to know what I watched tonight with my family? Actually, you guys will appreciate this. This is a goddamn. Actually, this is a good little topic for some '90s comedies. My favorite Kurt Russell performance and movie of all time is the movie I watched tonight, and that is the one and only Captain fucking Ron.
Yeah,
Nice, dude. That's a classic.
dude. Captain Ron when he wakes up with the I thought that the wrong eye.
He switches it over. I was sleeping awake. That is such an underrated movie. Martin Short, the whole cast is great. Kurt Russell is just like born to play that role. I love that movie. So
Watch that on DVD.
Captain Ron's a classic.
DVD, yeah. No blue for that, right?
No, just
Yeah,
DVD.
I've been rocking the
I don't know.
same DVD forever.
Maybe there'll be a VSU of it.
I'd be all for that VSU.
That'll be the next Severin. I said you were talking about the Overboard today for Severin. Maybe Severin will get a hold of
That would be amazing.
Captain Ron and put out some edition of it with
Yeah, and put it in a slipcover that doesn't fit in it.
like Goldie Hawn's like naked on the cover for no fucking reason on a slip cover.
Oh yeah. Quentin loves trains and horror. Did you guys see Hard Eyes yet? I saw the movie. It was kind of similar to Scream because of there being two serial killers. I saw
thanks
it.
for telling me.
Spoiler alert, dude.
Yeah, dang man.
Sorry.
Fuck.
I mean, it was in the chat, so I'm sure you read it already. You saw it in the chat.
I
already.
didn't see it. No,
I thought it was all right.
I did not see it.
yeah.
I went and saw Companion though.
You said you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
I think you probably made
loved
the right
Companion.
choice.
So, but the lady liked my shirt and she gave me these Hard Eyes. Like
What kind of shirt were you wearing?
I was wearing a Maxine shirt,
Mm.
so they gave me these. You know, like they're like
Oh, they're
Valentine's.
Valentine's cards.
Valentine's Day cards, but Hard Eyes.
Dude, in 40 years, you could sell that for a lot of money on eBay.
Yeah, it's an
So
eBay
the thing
deal.
about it is, the lady gave me a whole stack of them,
Dude,
Holy shit.
Dude, in 40 years, you could sell those for $40.
bro.
You should get those graded.
I'm gonna sign them. I'm gonna be like, to Justin from Cody, Valentine, no couple is safe, and send it to him in the mail next year.
I love it. I'll frame it.
Brandon, I don't think you. I take that back. I thought you would like Hard Eyes. You may not, but then again, I don't know. I thought there was a part of me that thought you were gonna hate Nosferatu.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of pissed. I know that there's two characters now, or two killers.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that, Quentin.
Is Hard Eyes better than Valentine? The answer is probably no.
The answer is unequivocally, positively, without a shadow of a doubt, no.
Figured.
But that doesn't mean it's bad.
That's so sick.
Retro Ryan's like, what? No love for Hollywood video?
Bro, Retro Ryan, we come on, pals. Oh, dude, we talked all about it. Justin, I was asking these guys this earlier. This show was called something to the effect of Brandon meets the Noid at Blockbuster.
Now, wasn't we
Which
talked about Noid?
Not once. One time.
Wait. Oh, no. Well, apparently it was a hot topic tonight, Justin, because it's standing room only tonight. We have like almost 200 people here waiting to see Brandon talk about the Noid, I guess. But when you were growing up, Justin, I was asking these guys this. My perception, especially in my hometown, was you only went to the national videos, you only went to the movie galleries if the movie wasn't at Blockbuster. Were you
Mhm.
that way growing up, or did you prefer the secondary tier video stores?
The first video store I ever remember was we had a video store called Cotton Video that was right up the street from us. I remember that. It
Stop
had, a big
laughing, Brandon.
it had a big pink sign, and I remember going to that for the first time. But then once the Blockbuster opened, it was just Blockbuster, and that's it, from then on. They swallowed everybody in the fucking.
Why do you
internet.
think that they did that though?
They bought them out too, didn't they? Didn't they try to buy out all those small places?
Probably. Yeah. This one had a little back room and everything. It had a little porno back room and shit.
So maybe you might know. Did the porno tapes have like these kind of like silky velvet clamshells, or were they just in?
I didn't see it. That was like in the back room. My parents wouldn't let me go down there. I was super, super young. I heard some Blockbusters actually had a back room too. Is that true?
Hey, that's what
I've
thought.
heard that.
Let me
Yeah,
look
I've
that
heard that. I never saw it.
Dude,
It
I
wasn't
said
in-
that. Everybody in the chat's like, "No, you're fucking wrong." I'm like, I swear to God,
It's an
mine
urban
had a back
legend or-
room.
Oh, yours did have. You saw it.
I swear, I had a room.
Okay.
It might have been the bathroom, but I swear to God, it was a fucking private room because people would come
It was
in.
like the play
This
lounge.
isn't a Shazam.
I swear to God, it was, dude. But again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Hey man, it's possible.
Yeah, I never saw a back room, but then again, I was never looking.
Yeah.
I was like, just where are the '90s comedies at?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Did Blockbusters have an adult section?
Reddit's not being very helpful.
I don't even want to know.
I was
random
like-
caricature-
In the international
history.
section, there was always a bunch of like French like erotic movies and stuff. Though, if you looked in the foreign section, they'd have some.
I never stepped foot in the foreign section. when I
Yeah,
was a kid.
it says they never had an adult section, so I guess they didn't have one.
It's one of those. What do they call it when your brain tricks you into a false memory? There's a term for it or something.
Yeah,
Not
not Deja, but yeah.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Mandela, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the Shazam thing.
Yeah, because they have
Mr. Deadlights with $2 super chat. My neighbor tried chopping off my weenier. Dude, that sucks.
Weenier,
That
Dude, that
sucks.
sucks.
weenie or
dude.
wiener. You had a weenie or wiener than him.
Hang tight, brother. I'm glad you still got it.
I am sort
Movie-
of jealous of the chat though, dude, because my Videoland, the adult section was a door, but all these people in the chat say they have like their sections had the beads and shit, like in the movies. I
Mhm.
never saw that. That fucking sucks.
Was Videoland a chain?
Mm-mm. It was mom and pop all the way.
But there was there more than one though? Is what I'm asking, or no?
No. When she closed, it was over.
I'll be damned.
You know what the most painful thing that I had to do, because I worked at Blockbuster for a little over 2 years, almost 3 years.
What years?
This was like Platinum Dunes days, dude.
Oh,
like
nice.
this was like 2006,
Hell yeah.
2007, 2008 in there.
towards the end.
Yeah, it was towards the end. They were rebranding and pushing all this crazy shit every week. It was so obnoxious, but every week, man, we had to destroy the DVDs. Hundreds, thousands of DVDs and Blu-rays ran through a destroyer. I've talked about that before. It was
Why?
fucking
Why, though?
horrible. Because a movie comes out, you have a whole wall of it. After the first couple of weeks, the demand dies down. So I guess all the big brains in the corporate office, the only thing they could think to do with these is just to run them through a disc destroyer. So it's like a grinder. You put it in there, and it's like a paper shredder for DVDs, and it just puts a whole bunch of like there's like hundreds of needles that it just hits the
Wow.
disc, destroys it, and then we put them in a big bag. But depending on who the manager was, we'd have a pull list where we'd have to walk around the store and pull, like 5 Pirates of the Caribbean and 10 of this movie and 5 of this movie. and
Could you
fucking
not take
throw it
them
away.
home? Like, hey,
That's what we did depending on who the manager was. So I remember, I was just thinking about this, the DVD copy of, there's a couple of really rare movies that were only on DVD that went out of print that never made it to Blu-ray that were like Blockbuster exclusives. But I remember I had probably 20 copies of the Sleepaway Camp returns.
Oh wow!
Return
and-
to Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, Return of the
Oh,
Sleepaway
dude, those
Camp.
magnet DVDs are out of
Yeah.
print, too.
A bunch of Dimension Extremes. We had tons of those. But yeah, I don't know why. And some they would sell and some they would destroy. I don't know why they didn't sell them all. I don't know what it was.
That's dang.
Maybe they wanted to sell new copies. They would prefer to try to get the markup on the new copies to sell to people or something. But God, it sucked, man.
Well, how many? Like for instance, so if you were working there like 2009, let's say you got in a shipment of movies, like when My Bloody Valentine came out on DVD, could you
Mhm.
give me a guesstimate on how many copies of that movie
A movie
came
like
in?
that, like a horror movie like that. That was depending on how big it was. We wouldn't get that many copies of that. You may get like 8 copies. It also depends on the store and the volume. So some store might get 20, some more might get 4 or 5.
Oh, let's
Of a
say
certain title.
I don't know if you're working there in 2008, but like there was like a big Indiana Jones movie that came out.
Yeah,
that
I
year.
remember that. Yeah.
So like, could you tell? Like, you remember how many copies of like that?
Oh, that would
go
be
out?
one where we'd have like a whole wall of it. So we'd have like 30 or 40 copies at least, something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah. And it was a lot.
So did you start seeing a decline of business while you were there?
I really didn't, to be honest with you. We had a ton of regulars and stuff. I think towards the end, at least for my store, they were floundering so bad that remember when it started to look like a Best Buy when you walk into Blockbuster, they were selling like TVs and
Yeah.
all this crap, and they were trying to push the online, and Netflix was already like gangbusters for like 2 years, and they were trying to have us sell Blockbuster online. They're like, I already got Netflix. What the hell do I need that for? And I'm like, yeah, fair enough, dude.
Well, and I saw that it was getting to the point where rent was more than what they were making, so that was
Yeah.
a big reason for them.
It had to have been. And those brick and mortar stores, a lot of them, dude, were big ass stores. It couldn't have been cheap. I didn't know that they were renting. I thought they owned those buildings because a lot of them, I feel, well, no, that's not true. I guess maybe so. A lot of them, when they went out of business, new Mexican restaurants came in. In my case, it was a Mexican restaurant that came in.
They had us do
Natural
the
frontier.
dumbest shit there, dude. They would have us they always had us cook popcorn so that it always smelled like popcorn in there. So that was like one
Make
perk we
people
got.
hungry.
Yeah. But then our dumbass district manager, I never forget, her name was Emily. She'd, on a busy night when it's like Friday night, she'd stand with her clipboard with all of our names and make sure we're asking every guest, hey, would you like to buy some popcorn candy? Blah, 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 blah. Candy's 2 for $3, blah, 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 blah. And you read all this crap as the customer glazes over trying to rent their movies as you're rambling on about shit they don't give a fuck about. But she'd sit there with her little clipboard and watch us. But the weirdest thing they had us do is I don't know if they thought they could smell it or it was the dumbest idea, but they had us take the popcorn seasoning, like the butter seasoning, and sprinkle it on the floor.
Wow.
So I was walking around the store sprinkling butter salt. I don't know if they thought maybe
Brandon, he
could
said,
smell it or
Oh,
I
yeah.
should have hit it with that.
Yeah.
That's
But
gross.
they were trying anything, dude. I'm like, yeah, it's like a health hazard too. Like you get mice and shit. But God, it was so stupid, man.
Thank you, Quentin, for the $4.99. What's your favorite version of The Outsiders, the classic version of the complete novel? Dude, I read the novel for school, and the novel was amazing. But I love the Francis Ford Coppola movie.
Mine's the 96 WCW Outsiders.
Ow! Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Redbox was the call for now. Was it, though? Was Redbox really it? I feel like it really was just Netflix. But I think there's a preconceived notion that Blockbuster just said, no, we don't want you guys. I watched a documentary on this. It was a YouTube documentary. But Netflix was $60 million in the hole when they went to go to Blockbuster to try to get them to buy them. And Blockbuster was like, no, why would we buy you guys? You're $60 million in debt.
Yeah, they fucked up. I remember. Yeah, I remember that whole thing.
But the thing is, I thought to myself, you know what's funny? I have a Vizio Blu-ray player from like 2010. And till this day, if I turn it on, and I even have an old Roku, I wish I could find it. On the remote, there's a Blockbuster button. And when I put on my Vizio player, there's a thing called Blockbuster On Demand. I think they tried to do streaming.
They did.
Well, why did that not work? Why did Blockbuster
I think it was the
work?
1-2 punch of the convenience of Redbox. You go to the grocery store, you pick up your snacks, the movie's right fucking there. I think that it was the online and that Blockbuster could have saved themselves if they would have had a more forward-thinking CEO that would have purchased Netflix. That was like that was the mistake they made. Netflix just swallowed them. That was the future ordering.
Dude, it really was. I'll never forget when I had my dad came home one day and he goes, check it out, son. I got you something. And it was a disc. I was like, what is this? He goes, you put this disc in your Wii. And it was a Netflix disc. And you put that in the Wii. And then it pulled up Netflix. And I could literally watch movies on my Nintendo. Dude, that blew my mind.
That's insane.
And sure enough. And dude, I wish I still had it. It may be a collector's item now.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, back in the day, if you wanted to watch Netflix on Nintendo Wii, which you could do, it came in a disc. And I think he might have even got it from Netflix because my dad used to rent movies from Netflix, like DVDs and stuff. I almost want to say they printed stuff on demand for you because I remember getting Rhinestone on DVD, the Stallone movie with Dolly Parton from Netflix, and it came on a blank-looking DVD. So I think they burned a copy of it to send to me. I wouldn't be surprised. I know Amazon was doing that too for a while. Amazon used to do burn on demand.
Mm-hmm.
You just want a movie, you buy it from, they'll burn on demand for you.
So,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Well, I was gonna ask you this because, like, when I was a kid, I was like, as soon as I can get a job, I want to work at a video rental store
Or the movie theater.
at a movie theater, and I never did either of those.
Probably a good thing, dude, because it
I know.
probably would have ruined it for you. I'm sure Justin probably was sick of
Was it
DVDs.
fun or did it suck?
I had a good time. I mean, there was times when it sucked. It was so corporate. That's the things. It could have been a lot cooler if it wasn't ran like so corporately, you know.
You probably should have worked at the movie gallery, dude, or
I
the
know.
Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video was probably fucking badass. Like your outfit was a denim jacket and jeans.
Dude, being back in the day in the 80s, if you were working in like, I just can't imagine how freaking cool it would have been. Like if you're in like a late 80s, like New York video store, that would have just been such an incredible time, man.
Oh, dude.
Can you
Dude,
imagine?
Just looking up photos just makes me
Do
fucking.
you have like posters and stuff? Were you able to keep posters?
I didn't really take too many
Candies?
posters.
You probably
we did
didn't
a lot
want
of
any of them
promo
at
stuff.
the time.
Well,
Yeah.
and they'd also get kind of sun drenched. They put out there. We didn't get a lot of extras. It
Oh,
also
that's the best kind, the sun drenched one.
yeah,
I want those.
they kind of fade. It also just depends on who your manager is. Like I didn't have great managers. Like it depends on how much they wanted to stick by the book and shit.
You were not a manager?
I was like a shift lead, so I'd come in and they'd have me close different stores. Like I go to this store and go in and manage the whole evening and then shut down the store. And I'd just be kind of a floating manager that closed different stores all over.
Okay, so you didn't actually have your own store.
I didn't have my own store. If the store, I was really close with the assistant manager of one of the stores that I worked at. She was getting ready to get her own store. And then it was just too close to the end and stores started closing. So that would have been awesome to have my own store. That would have been so sick.
Yeah.
Real quick, thank you so much, Clever Ghost. We went from Blockbuster and Family to Netflix and Redbox to Roku and Fire TVs. I want a Blockbuster DVD pull tab. Dude, I never did the Fire TVs, but I know you can kind of rig those up to basically where you can just watch anything you freaking want.
Oh, can you like jailbreak them? The Fire TV?
You can jailbreak a Fire TV and you can literally just download. It's kind of like that. It's like a LimeWire on there. You can download anything you want.
Oh,
hold on.
Dude, and Blockbuster
Hold on,
was so huge to where it was even going to have like oh, that's awesome, man.
Damn, Brandon, that looks
like it's been through some things.
Now, Brandon, you want to know something funny?
Damn.
Guess what, Brandon? If you went to Bend, Oregon, and you scanned that card, it would still work.
Yeah.
Oh, your account still comes up in the system.
What's that card?
That's a
Blockbuster rewards.
Damn, Brandon, you were a gold.
Many of these.
You were a gold member.
My uncle was all about that, man.
That was the way to do it. You had to be a reward.
Brother has the
member.
popcorn card. The popcorn card.
Damn.
Brandon, you need to laminate that.
God,
I have a Children of the Corn DVD with Blockbuster somewhere, but I can't find it. But I own one.
Yeah, I
have an Urban Legend
raided
one.
my Blockbuster when they were going out of business. I have a ton of Blockbuster DVDs that have do those Blockbuster cases. You put that thing in front of your chest, you can take a shotgun barrel shot to you. They're bulletproof. They're so dense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I remember messing with those yellow tabs. You had to put it in that thing and remove those tabs and demagnetize them and shit.
I'm hoping you have a good last day story, or was it simply like you were just getting a different job and then you gave you 2 weeks, or did you get fired? I'm hoping you got fired.
I actually did get fired from Blockbuster.
Yes. Let's hear about it.
What'd
Were you
do?
pissed?
It was kind of like inevitable because they're
paying you too much.
Well,
He said, "Shut up."
I was working 2 jobs, so I would work one. My first job at that I would get off at like 4, and it used to be in the same parking lot. I worked at a Burlington coat factory, and there was a Blockbuster in the parking lot. So I would just walk across the parking lot. I work 8 in the morning to 1 in the morning. I'd do my 8-hour shift at Burlington and go over there. So anyway, it was really close. Then they moved my main store way the hell out of nowhere, and I just could not make it on time. And they were like, dude, we just can't. We need somebody that has to be here. So sorry, we got somebody that lives really close. Sorry about that. So I was like, all right, well, it is what
Did
it
they
is.
give you? You know what sucks? Like, you hear about this? Like, if you quit, you're supposed to give a 2-week notice, but they can just say you're done.
I know.
Isn't
I
that
know.
shitty? Like,
That's,
dude, I'm
that's,
not
that's
giving.
what my company does. As soon like you put your 2 weeks notice in, they're like, we don't need you anymore, and they lock you out of everything.
It's such bullshit.
I'm not giving 2-week notices anymore, dude.
No,
No.
they wouldn't give you one. They don't give
I'm
a
gonna be
fuck.
like Brandon. Brandon just completely disappears from your life. When Brandon quits the show, he's not gonna say, Christian, listen, I got one more Planet Dirty in me. He's just gonna block me on everything. I'm never gonna hear from him ever again.
Is that how you've quit jobs, Brandon? You just no call, no show, and then never show up again? That's fucking
Yes.
awesome.
I don't think I've done that before. I did it to Walmart the first time I worked there, I think, and that's about it.
Yeah, you came
Oh,
back.
you worked, dude.
I
You
went
worked at a. Hold on. You worked at a Florida Walmart.
Dude, in 2006,
Oh God!
I worked
That's
in
a horrible
sporting goods. I worked in sporting goods, and I pretty much no call, no showed. And then I came back in 2008 during college and worked there for a few more
You
years.
went back.
But I was doing cart pushing when I came back. I wasn't doing
Oh.
sporting goods anymore.
I
So.
do want to say though, like Blockbuster was so big to where they even have an awards show, like the Blockbuster Entertainment Awards Show,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were even planning on making like an amusement park. Like that's how crazy that's how big that place
Mhm.
was. And now look at it.
Have y'all
It's
seen that
crazy.
YouTube? It's on like Instagram and TikTok. I'll see it. It's a map of the U.S. and it'll have like the year, like 1980, and all these dots start showing up of Blockbusters through the year, and the dots start showing up. And around like 2001, the entire country is like filled with Blockbusters. And then when you get to about 2008, all of a sudden,
It's all time. I've seen that video. It's all time lapsed. It actually is
Time-lapsed.
really cool. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mhm.
$4.99 from Quentin Loves Trains and Horror. Cody, what is your favorite Child's Play movie of the Chucky franchise?
Child's Play 2.
It's a great pick. That's a stellar pick. Thank you so much, Quentin. So Brandon, what was a typical day in the sporting goods section in a Florida Walmart?
A couple strange coworkers. The biggest highlight of the day, highlight with big quotes in the air, is selling fishing licenses to people. Because they always had like there's a fishing license, a crustacean license. I think there was like a separate lobster license. There's all kinds of different licenses for fishing. And like everybody I sold them to would get fucking pissed at me because like, why are there so many fucking different licenses? I only needed one back in 30 years ago. It was a big mess every fucking time, and they were pretty expensive. And they took it like a personal fucking offense, dude.
Dude, I remember when I was a kid, I had to get a fishing license at Walmart.
That reminds me, I got to renew my crustacean license.
Yeah, our store didn't sell what the fuck was I talking about?
You're talking about selling
Walmart
licenses.
sporting
Yeah, we didn't sell live ammunition or anything like that, so we were pretty good on that front. But
I was gonna say, dude, that would scare me. Like, there's a video I love. I watch it every day on Instagram of this guy going up to this big heavy dude, and he says, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm not a ma'am,
not a ma'am,
And in the background,
Richard,
not a ma'am. I don't think so, ma'am. But dude, that Walmart, dude, it's loaded with rifles.
My
Most Walmarts here
Walmart
do.
had that.
Yeah,
When I
most
grew
Walmarts
up.
here do have that. We just don't
Yeah.
have it here on the island for some reason. But
They sold
think mine-
rifles. They didn't. I don't. They can't sell hand. I think it was just like
rifles,
rifles,
shotguns,
Yeah, shotguns.
Well, it was guns, but not
Shells.
Ammunition, right?
Yeah.
they sell shells. We
Oh,
sold
did they?
shells.
Okay.
Or we didn't, but the stores here do have shells.
Okay.
So Brandon, why did you quit? And you said you just stopped showing up, and then they never called you again, or?
Yeah, it fucking sucked, and they tried to get me back for like 2 weeks, and my coworkers called me. I was like, no, I'm good. And then
They were begging you to come back.
and then a couple years later in college, I went back and pushed carts for a few years.
So
So
did you just reapply like you never?
I
Worked
did.
there?
I did.
And they
They-
hired you
They
back.
remembered me, like customer service and shit. All those people in the back, they remembered me and
Oh, it was,
stuff.
oh,
Did
it
they-
was the same exact
they-
store.
Same
they
exact
welcome-
store, but the store manager was different.
Did they
That's
welcome
probably
you
how
with
I got
open
away
arms?
with it. What's that?
Did they welcome you with open arms?
They did. They did. I mean,
And how did you quit that time?
I got fired the second time.
Oh, please tell me how.
It
That's
was
why they hired you
2000
again.
I stopped showing up. Every I was leaving early and stopped showing up for shifts, so they finally just fired me. I was done. I was moving on to Arnott anyway, so I didn't.
I
really
worked at the
wanna-
garden center at Walmart, dude, for a summer,
The garden.
and they were paying me fucking like
Slave wages.
$3.17 to lift bags of rocks
Yeah.
and shit in the back of cars. Like it was like slave labor, dude. I was getting paid nothing for backbreaking work for like
Yeah.
8 hours loading trucks with rock, dude. It's
How much
sucked.
is Walmart paying now? You think?
I don't probably.
I think they're
no,
paying
that's what-
15. I think, but when I started in 2008, it was 725.
I was
for pushing
making
carts all day.
725, dude. Lifting
Yeah,
50 pounds.
725.
Mulch, rocks, stones, paved
Yep.
stones. Like
Let me
shit
ask
that I
you
should have
this.
been getting 20 bucks an hour for.
What was y'all shifts like? Like how long?
Monster shifts.
Oh,
Like
dude.
11 to 7, 10 to 6, like 8
2
hours.
to 11 was the worst shift, Justin. Hear me out. Had to be, right?
I worked day shifts. Luckily, I don't know how.
1 to 9:30 was my favorite.
1
shift.
to 10 and
Mm.
2 to 11 were the worst shifts ever. Like 7 to 4 was okay. 8 to 5 was okay. 9 to 6 was kind of okay. But like the 2 to 11 shift is the fucking worst one.
If you're inside,
Oh,
yeah, I bet. I worked at the K Cafe when Kmart had a cafe.
Whoa!
Hell yeah.
You're
That's
just now
big.
telling me this?
Blue
You gotta
light
make a whole
special.
video about that,
Hold
dude.
on, dude.
I haven't
What
thought
years were
about it
you
in a
working
while.
at the Kmart?
There's the girl who took yearbook photos at my high school. I was friends with her. She came to my Kmart and took pictures of me flipping burgers at the K Cafe.
Dude,
for my
That's
yearbook.
awesome.
If you don't find a picture of this,
I have it.
swear
I'll
to God.
find it. Justin
That's
Howard flipping burgers at the K Cafe. And,
That's
you know,
awesome.
it's like, oh
Dude,
my
this
God.
had to have been like 2006.
Justin
7.
David, last name reveal. Justin David. But
what?
yeah, dude, it was.
Did I reveal your name or?
No, I did.
Oh.
It's his channel name, isn't it?
Yeah. But dude, you know what was the biggest bitch is sometimes I do the morning shift and they did a full breakfast there, dude. So I would get there at 7:00 in the morning and all these asshole managers would come and order like 5 different breakfasts. So my dumbass is in there high as hell, like 7 a.m. and I'm like trying to cook all these breakfasts. It takes like 45 minutes for these assholes to get their breakfast with me. Doing their sausages, but they had great burgers. They had burritos and a deep fryer. So I would like do these deep fried burritos and French fries. I got fat as shit. It was awesome.
This was the early 2000s though, right?
Oh yeah.
So I can just imagine you working at a Kmart
had a little red apron with
over
a
the
cake.
shitty loudspeakers. Is probably like she calls me from the cold.
You know what it was?
was?
It was me fucking around, and they'd be like, "Justin, report to the cafe, please. Justin, back to the cafe. You are needed at the cafe. Please, fucking now come." That's how I'd be taking long breaks and shit.
So Justin, you remember the blue light specials?
Yeah, they had the little blue lights in the
Around the
like the
stores.
sections, right? Like in the racks or something.
Did people hang out at the Kmart hoping to get the blue light specials?
I don't really remember a whole lot. I think that was probably a little bit before my time. Maybe.
Yeah, I
don't
remember this
really
was
remember
like
it.
this was like mid 90s, late 90s. They were doing
Yeah.
that.
Did you work at a normal Kmart or like a Super K?
It was. I think it was just a regular. I really, God, it was so long ago. I can't remember.
Dude, I
It was
loved
like
Kmart as a kid.
2000 maybe.
So did I. But
Kmart
like,
was
dude,
the shit.
everything was like on the ground though. Towards the end, like nobody, like they didn't put it on the shelf. They just kind of like threw it on the ground.
I used to
Yeah.
jack CDs from there in the back when I worked there.
Hey,
But they
didn't they sell only? They only sold edited CDs.
Yeah, so I remember I got
No,
corn issues
oh.
and it was fucking edited. I'm like, this sucks.
I
But
say
it
no,
was great.
Walmart did that.
You know, it's so funny. My mom got me chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water, and I
Yeah.
remember, dude, it's so funny. You don't hear any lyrics. It's a dumb world. What the dumb place?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's just what the dumb face. And I wished Fred Durst would do the edited version of that live, just because he would cut himself off so much. It would be funny. You wanna me like an animal?
That's funny. Dude, so I have a friend. So we worked at a grocery store. It was a Kroger chain, but it was called Fry's. He worked at a different location, but he got fired on his vacation for getting on the intercom at another store and saying something, like saying something explicit. And they
Wait, what?
found out where he worked, and he got fired when his first day
That's such
back.
bullshit.
Yeah, it was crazy. But what he said was like, he was like, everybody at Fry's can suck a big fat, and then whatever. And then put it out, we're all laughing and stuff. And then he's like, yeah, he went back to work when his vacation was over. Like, dude, they found out where I worked. I was like, shit.
But you talk about working at Walmart, you talk about working at Blockbuster. For me, every job I've had, like especially like my parents wanted me to start working when I was 16, so I pretty much did. Every job I had, it ruined it for me afterwards. I worked at a place called Cajun Cafe, which was my first job I had, and it ruined like eating out at that restaurant for me. I could never go there because I was in the back. I was the guy. Like the guy would cook the shrimp and toast the bread. Then he would hand it to me. Then I would assemble the sandwich, and put it all together. And it just ruined it for me because it all tasted like shit. The shrimp was from 3 years prior, frozen in a block of ice. Then I worked at KFC, and when I say I haven't eaten KFC since then, I told the story. This is a true story. They had just brought back like the chicken sandwich in 2008 at KFC. And I remember when I got there in the morning, I flipped the lights on in the kitchen in the back, and there was a bunch of the wrappers where you put the sandwich on, you wrap it up. I picked up the wrappers to move them, and when I did, a scurry of cockroaches just went everywhere in the back, and I was just like, this is disgusting. And if you thought the Saw bathroom was gross, the freezer section in the KFC, when you stepped in there, Justin, there was an inch of chicken juice on the ground because, of course, the drain in the middle completely backed up. So it was you take a step in there, all the Tyson chicken juice is just literally like you could if you put your hand down in there, it would come up to about.
How the hell were you guys passing health inspections?
They slip them a 20.
Jesus Christ!
They slip them a 20.
Salmonella bath in the back of the store.
And so, like, dude, after that, I worked there for like a month, and then I got a job at a thrift store, and that job wasn't bad. I enjoyed that. I got a lot of cool stuff there because I live in a town. The town I live in is fairly wealthy. I say it's fairly wealthy. There's wealthy people that lived here. There's some notable people that live here. Carl Malone. I see Carl Malone all the fucking time. Once a week, I see him at the grocery store. So much so that like I just say, "Hey, champ!" Like when I see him, and he's just like, "What's going on, man?" Like I see him that often. And
you got to give him the diamond cutter.
I have before. He is a redneck. He always has camo on. He's hunting all the time. He's a really nice guy. He's got Carl Malone Toyota in my town, right by the Walmart. So he's a part of my town in a big way. He opened a coffee shop, all that. But what was I saying? So anyway, a lot of stuff comes into the thrift store, like expensive stuff, dude. I got like the brand, like somebody brought in an iPod at the time, like a brand new, the chunky big iPod when 32 gigs was a big fucking deal. Yeah, that's the time we're talking about. Like, I would get stuff like that, and I would buy it from my store. They'd say, "If you want it, we'll sell it to you for $10." It's like I got a Super Nintendo in the box from there for $10. Like all kinds of cool shit. So that job was good, but any kind of working job I have, if any job that I worked at a restaurant or anything, completely ruined it. I could never eat there. And I never did a department store. I don't think I ever worked in a department store. It was always food places, which I don't know. I don't know if I preferred department stores, but food places is miserable.
I always did retail instead of food. I always I never wanted to work with the grease or anything. I worked at Sears, Kmart, Walmart, everywhere.
Dude, Kmart was the shit. I miss Kmart so much.
Brandon's
vibing out with Nosferatu.
It looks like Brandon. Like I feel like Brandon could put makeup on, and that would be him. Like
he could pull it off.
Slam, dude. That was a grand slam.
Like his mustache. Like he used to have that mustache.
Brandon's rocking Hey Arnold.
He is, dude. That's a great shirt.
Teeth right there. Boom.
Yeah, you're right. What is that? Is that a maggot on his chin? Move out a little bit. Right there. Ugh.
Imagine what he smelled like.
And people find him sexy, right? I keep seeing women like posting about it, like, "Oh, he's so hot." I'm like, really? He's like maggots on his
Skarsgård. They're all, they love him. Girls love that dude. Dudes love that dude. I love that dude.
He's a good actor.
He's hot.
Oh man, I don't know about you guys. I think I'm pretty worn. We've gone 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is a hell of a show, dude. I mean, the audience tonight has been slam packed. So now we have to do Brandon meets Little Caesar at Kmart on the next episode.
We'll never talk about Little Caesars.
And people see that and they go, "Oh my god, I got to see it."
Did the Noid even come out tonight? Don't you have a little Noid stuffy?
I do. He's right there.
That's
He's
awesome.
right there. I got Yo Noid, dude.
Does Brandon not know who the Noid is?
I do know who the Noid is.
Oh, okay.
So you guys didn't do anything related to the title of the show at all?
Not at all.
That's kind of the theme of the show.
We talked a lot about movie rental stores, so that's pretty
Yeah. And Scream.
and Scream.
I think this was
Lot
the
of
last
Scream.
Nintendo game I bought.
And we
was,
talk about some action movies too.
Brandon, I want you to do a playthrough of this, dude. Look at this
What is
in the Nintendo case. The I don't know if these came from Blockbuster or not.
I have a bunch of those in the blue ones.
Look at that, dude. Noid was a big deal. He had a
Yeah.
video game.
Yeah, man,
Wow.
that's great. I want to play that, man.
God, it's so weird. They had the Cool Spot. Remember the Cool Spot game? These
Dude.
advertisement icons getting.
Chester Cheetah.
Yeah,
what
you get, that was that good game.
I enjoyed it, but I was like very little.
Cool Spot was so hard I couldn't even enjoy it. I think it was just a bad, poorly made
Listen, dude.
game.
Cool Spot was a good game, Justin. But there was a sequel for Sega Saturn called Spot Goes to Hollywood. And it was great. The opening of the game is an animation where you see Spot jump off of the 7-Up drink machine,
Mhm.
and he's like at the back lot of like some big movie studio,
That's
and like
cool.
he ends up on a big pirate ship. That game was amazing, so good. But I don't know if it came out for anything else besides Sega Saturn. Probably PlayStation.
Mm.
But dude, I miss all those mascots. I found this at my flea market a while back. Excuse the Cubert inside, but this mug is from 1994. I got an old 7-Up mug
Oh wow.
that I got from 94. I just threw Cubert in there because Cubert's a legend.
Is that a pop?
People shit on Cubert. Yeah, that's a Funko Pop, but it's actually a Funko Pop I like.
Interesting.
So I wish they would bring Cool Spot back. I have a telephone, a Cool Spot telephone that I got years ago.
That's awesome.
There's an Alf phone I want, but Jesus, that sucker's expensive. The Alf phone is awesome. It's just a big ass Alf, where he's got the phone next to him.
I still have the Mickey Mouse phone. my
Yeah,
family.
the Biggie Mouse phone was big.
And the Felix. Remember? Do you guys have the Felix clock? Remember with the like little tail going?
Oh, yeah. That's the one. What is that? What we're talking about, Brandon? Me and you were
Yeah, I got one in the kitchen. It's called a Kit Kat clock.
Okay.
But Brandon, do you have the real deal or do you have a plastic one?
They came back. The same company came back with replicas of the old ones. I don't have the old one. The old ones go for like $500-600 on eBay, and they're really heavy.
Yeah, I got the plastic one.
Yeah, the plastic ones are cool, but they're a lot smaller than the old ones are. If you can still go to the thrift store and find the old ones, but they probably don't work. But they're much bigger, bulkier, and heavier. So if you find one, buy it because they're probably worth fixing up.
Justin's got something.
I got the.
Is that football phone?
It's the Sports Illustrated football
Football phone.
Yeah,
phone.
Yes.
that's
What
awesome.
year does that come out?
94, right?
Wait. So is it basically a speakerphone?
I never knew
No.
it's a regular just like headset. I never knew
Dude, that's
about this until
ridiculous.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's
And
Wayne's
that was
Big, man.
popular, yeah.
Sports
Fucking A.
Illustrated football phone.
Mm.
Yeah, 90s something. Pretty funny.
It got
So
lost in the mail.
did you guys know that they made these? So if you want, like, there is it plugs up auxiliary. So if you have newer iPhones or newer phones, I don't know if Brandon, do Galaxy phones still have auxiliary inputs?
We do.
That's one thing I'll give y'all credit for. You never got rid of auxiliary inputs. You can get a classic old school style phone, like a big blocky kind of phone that has an auxiliary input that you can plug into your phone, and you can hold it like an old school
Jesus,
phone
it's a big
and
ass
talk
group.
to people on the phone, but it connects right into your phone. It's the coolest shit. It's kind of impractical, like when you're
I
out
was
and
like,
about,
yeah.
but it's pretty cool because it's like you can hold that old chunky block phone. They make some cool. You know what I want? Maybe one of you guys know where this is at.
I
And
want
by
a
the
Zach
way,
Morris phone.
By the way, just real quick, still got 180 people in here, guys. Listen, I'm so glad you guys enjoy this show. It's the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. So I love that you guys enjoy it. I want to get this. I'd have to make room in here for it, but because this room is kind of like 80s, 90s, it would be perfect in here. It's a wall clock, but it's a big ass wristwatch. They were really popular.
The
and you
Swatch.
hang them up. But I feel like they don't make those anymore, and you literally have to just go on eBay and get and they're expensive.
You do.
Obviously, they're big, so you got.
I went through a big thing. It's a Swatch. Swatch was the original one that did it. They used to have all those like jelly watches, and that's the company. I think it's a Swiss watch company, and they made those. And I looked them up, dude. They're kind of expensive. You can find them on eBay, but
And
they
they take a lot of real estate too, which
yeah, they're
Imagine-
cool though. They're about 36 inches tall. I think they're pretty huge.
I wish it like, these soda companies, like they have like such an opportunity nowadays with all the nostalgia and stuff
Mhm.
people love. Like, what would be nice is like if I could get like an old school 80s style Pepsi clock with like the LED that goes around the clock, or a 7-Up one would be really cool.
Mhm.
And I know they made those, but I just wish they would kind of like, like I think Brandon would agree with this. Society really peaked with the Universal Monsters Doritos Pepsi collab in '93. Like that was probably the greatest shit of all time. Brandon, do you remember the commercials when Dracula knocks on the door with Frankenstein and they got like Doritos and then Dracula goes, "Where's the dip?"
Right?
you remember that, Brandon?
I remember that.
Cody, you remember that, dude?
Yeah, I remember.
That is the peak of civilization, without question. Why
Well,
don't
dude,
they do shit like that? Why doesn't Coke and Pepsi do fun shit
I
anymore?
don't know. And you would think like now is the time to be doing that stuff.
Cody wanted to curse. He stopped himself.
That stuff.
He stopped himself. I don't know, dude. It just bums me out. Like, I like that McDonald's is getting on board. Just, I'll tell you this. Brandon didn't share the same excitement as me, but they're bringing back Uncle O'Grimacy this year. And from McDonald's for the shake. They're bringing back.
I didn't get to try it last year.
Oh, dude, I still have.
No,
Brandon,
no, this is something different because I remember we had this
No,
conversation.
shake
I was
it.
confused. Yeah.
All right, let me swap the background. Let me see if you can see this.
So it's a Shamrock Shake, but it's the mascot that they're bringing back.
They're bringing back the mascot. Let me see if I can.
Which I never knew about this mascot, but I guess he was around back in the day.
Uncle O'Grimacy.
What is his name? Patty O'Brien or Patty O'Grimace?
Uncle O'Grimacy is his name.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at
Yeah,
all.
so, yeah, he's the green guy. I never knew about him either. I thought they were bringing back the Grimace Shake, which I like the Grimace Shake. That was
It's already back, I think.
The Grimace Shake? No, they didn't bring it back
I saw a
last year.
picture
I was
of it.
pissed they didn't have it last year.
But they did though, because we did the Uncle Grimacy milkshake show, and we were drinking
That's
it.
the Shamrock Shake.
No. Yeah, Shamrock Shake and Grimace Shake are two different ones.
Oh, you know about the purple shake?
Yeah,
we didn't have that
shake.
last year.
Purple Shake came out once. Yeah.
Justin, did you keep up with that on TikTok and Instagram?
birthday.
Hey guys, I got Grimace's birthday shake.
I
Here we go.
love that trend. Was so fucking funny. Where it would like they would turn all sinister and weird, and they
That was the best horror movie last year.
that was so cool, man.
You would think they'd bring
McDonald's
it back.
acknowledged it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I know. Where's the? I feel like McDonald's is catching on to like, hey, let's bring all this shit back. I didn't know this either. I texted Brandon about this. They had McDonald's Halloween bags that they did one year, but it looks like they were probably flimsy and they didn't sell as well. It was 94.
No, yeah, because that's what I used to use those bags for trick or treating. I never used the buckets. Well, my sister used the buckets when she was younger, but I used the bags when I was a kid.
Yeah, they did it 1 year. I didn't know that.
That's what I used every year. I must have been the same bag every year then.
Yeah, maybe so. Unless this guy was wrong, but he made it sound like in 93 they did buckets, 92 they did 1 year they just did a bunch of like Halloween chicken nuggets. Like they dressed up all the nuggets like
Those
a
are cool,
vampire
too.
and a pumpkin.
Yeah, I remember my sister having those.
Yeah. But they did Halloween. The one Halloween buckets I like are the ones from 99 or like 98 where it's like a collage like image of like all the characters on those. But I don't think Brandon had those. Those are cool. That's what I had as a kid.
I didn't enjoy those ones.
My favorite is when they have the Tabata Vision ones.
Yeah, I need to.
Dude, what the fuck, dude?
I totally dropped the ball 2 years in a row, man. I still got all the buckets in the closet though. I just need to do something with them.
Well, Brandon, what you should do is a Halloween deluxe bucket promotion.
I should, yeah.
Like, because you could fit the movie inside the bucket.
I could.
Right, and then you could ship it like that.
I could, yeah.
I think it would be pandemonium.
Or make a Planet Dirty one.
Don't you love how Justin is so color coordinated? He's got the green pop filter. His fucking phone case is green as hell.
Dude, I got to tell a story because like you have a whole wall of just plants back there, right?
Yeah, it's like a shrub wall. Yeah.
Do you remember when I once we were talking about something, so I sent him a photo of like my poster back here, or like a poster I had up
on top of the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's like a plant hanging behind it. He went around and took a picture of all his plants and sent it to me. He was excited about my plant. He didn't give a shit about the poster I was sending him. He was like, dude, I've got a blah 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 fern right here, right there. And it was like 8 pictures.
I have like
cool,
30 plants in my house, dude. So I was like, oh, another plant dad, dude. What's up?
Yeah. And then I was like, hey, I'm sending you pictures of these plants because I saw a plant in the back.
Wait a minute. So Justin, those aren't fake?
No, he's talking about other areas of my house.
Yeah. He has plants. He has plants around his whole house. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have pictures of them.
Dude, I want to get some of those, but I can't talk Sydney into it. She's like, oh, I don't like the way they look. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're so old school, and they give like I just like, let's
You
get
mean
one.
plants?
Like the fake kind of shrub things, like you get one in the wicker. It's got like the
Oh,
wicker
sure.
thing.
Like just a fake plant.
I
No,
told her,
he-
I said, let's get one for the house. She's like, I don't like the way it's not my style.
It
Like, what are
makes
you
it
talking
feel
about?
cozy.
Our whole living room looks like Dinosaur Dracula's. Like, City loves Dinosaur Dracula. So our
Yeah.
back wall in the living room, she did a huge thing of pictures against the wall. All
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. She even went out and got on eBay. She got a 1993 McDonald's Halloween thing where it's the McDonald's pumpkin with
The
the
trans
logo
flag.
in it. Yeah, she got that. She
That's
got she actually ordered some stuff from Dinosaur Dracula where it's from 1994 or whatever. It's Tom and Jerry toys. She put a case on that. She got all kinds of Universal Monsters pictures, but they're all crazy colors from this artist she liked. So like, and our whole living room looks like a big log cabin because we got the big wood beams in there. We got the brick fireplace in the middle. I'm like, what do you mean a shrub wouldn't work in it? It's like perfect for here. But I couldn't talk her into it. I love the look of those so much.
You have real plants though, don't you, Justin?
Yeah, I have a bunch downstairs.
Is it
The
a
only
lot
thing
is it a lot to keep up with?
I'm so used to it that
Okay,
I just you just water them every couple weeks. The only thing I don't like about these, and I think I have to get some kind of poster board. If you look like right under Greta down there and you go below, you can kind of see all the LEDs through the wall. So I wish it wasn't so transparent. That's bothering me right
Well, I
now.
mean, on camera it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Over
fine.
here, you can't really notice the lights behind, but
Is that
Dude, you
are
really
those
cleaned
windows?
it up in there, dude.
they're supposed to be windows. I haven't messed with my lighting, so the lighting is like all crazy. To where
Dude,
you
that's
can't
awesome.
even-
So it's a brick wall, and then this like wall
Yeah. So
with
if
the
I
shrubs on
go-
it, and then you can see them looking inside.
you can.
the
It's
window.
supposed to appear as if they're looking in from outside.
Yes, that
It's
looks
so
awesome,
cool,
man.
dude.
Um,
And that's you got the brick back there, which I love.
So if I change the
that's
light
awesome.
to this, I can change.
Oh,
I can change all the
Sam's
light.
back there as well, dude. That's cool.
Yeah, I got.
Sam is back there.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I love your Pee Wee Herman clock back there.
Yeah, see, you just can't see it very well, but yeah, it's like the Playhouse clock back there.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
thought I'm
nice.
just looking at. That's not just a big Pee Wee Herman I'm looking at.
It is a big Pee Wee Herman doll.
Where do you
Back
have a
in the
big Pee Wee
back.
Herman?
Underneath. Oh,
Where are
you're
you
looking.
looking, Cody?
No, you're looking at art, Christian.
No, above below the TV. That's not a big
Oh,
Pee
yeah,
Wee
the Pee Wee
Herman.
Herman doll in the
Oh,
box.
it is a
Really
Pee Wee
good
Herman doll.
wall.
Oh, you finally got that in the Pee Wee Herman doll.
Yeah,
like
you
that-
doing? I
that
saw your
lighting is the
phone.
best.
Dude, the
I
Home
like the light-
Depot Chucky. Bump, bum, bum,
Well,
bum,
all
bum,
my
bum,
every single light in my
bum.
house is controlled by my phone. Every
The
The
single
white lighting
bulb.
kicks ass. I
No,
like
so what I'm talking about, he has that Greta, and then above it is a Pee Wee Herman phone that he had in his playhouse. It's like this. It looks like the whole United States up there.
Clocky.
Yeah.
Clocky, yeah.
Justin, why did you not get the Canadian variant of Slimer from the movie theater? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
Oh, let me show you this because this
Oh,
is such a
I got
nerdy.
the Cinemark one.
This is such a nerdy ass thing. This is how much I was excited for the Ghostbusters stuff.
So Justin, what's beyond the curtain there? Is it just a wall?
That's just my. I was scrambling to get this shit ready before the stream, so I have curtain that's supposed to be a curtain rod, but I literally just nailed those curtains because it's otherwise just like a closet door and
Listen,
my bedroom door.
Justin,
Are
I
you
know
setting
what.
this up today?
Justin, I know what would
A lot of it.
completely. I know what would completely finish off this room, but you may not be a fan of this show, and if you're not, it's a bummer to me. I think you would love it. You got to get a beautiful red curtain and then get a checkerboard rug in the middle, and you could basically have like a Twin Peaks thing going on. That would be gorgeous.
I
And
think
it wouldn't throw off what you've designed, in my opinion.
didn't Pee Wee's Playhouse have a black and white checkered floor?
think
I don't
so.
remember.
My idea for the carpet, I love that idea, by the way. My idea for the
Checkerboard
carpet
just get a
is
rug.
to-
Just get like a 5x7. You just
Well,
need to
hear
make
me
sure
out.
make sure it covers your framing when you're filming.
Right. My idea was to get like the classic 80s roller skate rink, arcade,
That's
like
overdone.
solar
That's overdone.
system,
Overdone.
rug. You think so?
I think so. I mean, I love it, but I've seen it done so many times. You'd have to get a really cool design or one with dinosaurs on it.
The dinosaurs would be cool. The black and white check would be cool.
I think that's your style.
Have you ever seen that clip of David Lynch when he's just admiring the curtains?
Exactly.
And he's like,
That-
oh, they're fucking beautiful.
I know, I
He's
love
like,
that
he
clip.
loves it so much.
This what I was talking to you about. In Canada, they have
They had the blue
chains,
one.
so I had to get the Cineplex version.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I got the red one down there. I wonder if
Yeah.
is it the same company? Is it the same?
I think Cineplex is the Canadian Cinemark.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's the same company. But when I saw
I
this,
like
somebody
that
had this.
blue.
I literally had a guy from Canada. No, it wasn't Canada. It was like Michigan or something. It was, or he was very close to Canada. I said, dude, I need that. So he got it for me, and I paid for it, and he shipped it to me. So I have both the Cinemark and the Cineplex.
I actually like the blue a little bit. The blue
Oh,
goes
dude,
really
you
cool with
kidding
the
me?
green.
It's fucking amazing. Yeah. And
Yeah,
you know what's
that's
cool,
really cool.
Justin? I don't have it in here. I get little LEDs,
Mm-hmm.
and I stick it in here,
Yeah.
and I turn them on, and because this is see through, when the lights are off,
Oh, I
you
bet that
can.
looks cool as
Oh,
hell.
it illuminates. It's so cool.
That's rad. Hell yeah. We're such nerds, dude. All of our weird little rooms.
Dude, it's awesome, man.
It's fun, dude. I've had such a blast building this studio, but it's been
No, dude,
hard.
it does. It looks really good. I love it,
Lighting's just hard.
dude.
Lighting's
You know what?
hardest
That
thing in the world.
the space rug would look good. I do think a lot of people have done that, but it would look good in there. But in my mind, because you're kind of a weird guy, the checkerboard and red curtain,
You
would
know,
be so fucking.
also it's
gorgeous
more
there.
simple because there's so much going on that the solar system, like planet carpet, it actually might be a little bit. I think you might be onto something. Maybe a simpler design to
Well,
offset how complicated everything is back
and
there.
think about the contrast from all the colors back there with, you got the
Right.
greens and the brick and that high contrast of the white checkerboard.
I think,
Dude, and let me
you're
tell you
right.
something.
I think you're
We
right.
have those in our house. You can
Mhm.
get a 5x8 checkerboard rug cheap,
Mm-hmm.
and if
Damn, you
it's
might be
just
right, dude.
if it's just you and a dog in there, it's not going to get dirty. Plus, with the dog, the white hair is not going to show up as well. You'll see it a little bit, but Sydney's a big Twin Peaks fan, so we have checkerboard floor mats that we get. Like when you walk in the garage, we have a long one. I can even send you the links to them that she
God, now
gets.
that I'm
They're
looking at
nice
this,
quality.
the contrast of all the color on top at the horizon right here, and then going to the black and white to kind of
be gorgeous.
separate the horizon. You might be onto something, dude.
Gorgeous, dude. And that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do love the Home Depot Chuggy. I wish when you hit the button, he would go boom 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 boom.
The hair's terrible on it though. They really did a number on his hair. It
I
looks
know.
so
You know
bad.
what though, dude? I
don't even have that.
I can't stand the people that are like, "This isn't screen accuracy." Like,
Oh,
brother,
God.
it's a Home Depot
I
Chucky.
know.
That's what makes it fucking cool. Like Cody has this like New Mexico Native American made Chucky thing. It's so effing weird, but it's like, no offense, I like that more than his trick or treat stuff because it's so fucking weird. He's pulling it. He's got it right there. Dude, look at this thing.
Wait a minute. Where did you get that? Did you get that off Temu?
No, no.
Cody.
So my aunt found it in some kind of western town in like a souvenir shop where they sell Native American stuff, and it was here. But it's it's painted weird. It looks like
it's a bootleg.
Yeah, it looks like someone was trying to make it
amazing.
into a bank, and then on his butt it says "pay."
Dude,
It's
that's
a
his
custom made deal or something.
Listen. That is Cody's best Chucky he has. I'm not even I
Why is
love
his
it more
skin
than
red?
anything else.
I don't know, but what is it? What's in his hand?
Shoe?
It's like a fish fillet or something.
He's gonna respect somebody. Yeah, with the
Yeah,
that's like a chicken breast or
brother,
something, or a piece of salmon.
Brother, that's a tenderloin.
But I don't know if this is bad luck or if it's it's
tell you
has
what,
a demon inside or
I
what.
tell you what, dude either has to take the worst shit in his life and he's pushing as hard as he can, or he has the worst sunburn of all time.
Yeah. But it's just so random and weird. And my aunt and the thing about it is my aunt saw this and was like, "Is this the only one you have?" And they're like, "I'll be honest with you, we don't know where that came from. We don't sell stuff like this."
That makes it even
and
cooler.
There's only one of them there.
Listen, that makes it even cooler. Are you kidding me? Stories like that.
It's gonna
That's
be
the
like
best kind
Leprechaun,
of shit. Brandon either just decided to go to bed or he's going to get something. We'll let that be the main event. He might have gone to bed, dude.
He's right. What did he say? He's checking what did he say earlier? He was dipping the ink, or what do you call it? Going pee.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to know, because I could tell you guys like Justin being on here. I'd try to get him on here all the time. He always rejects me. I don't know.
Justin's super popular, man. He's too busy.
Here's the thing, though.
I have a
He's
blast
not.
on this show.
He's not too busy, and he's not super popular. He can
Just-
be.
Justin will ask me. Justin and I will be talking, and I'll answer him, and then he'll answer me back 4 days later.
I'm so bad, dude. I'm so sorry, guys. I love all you guys so much.
He's busy, dude.
Yeah,
Brandon,
okay.
please say you've got something cool to show us.
No, I had to make the baby a bottle.
Oh,
That means
right,
he had
one.
to poop.
Brandon, you got the.
I'm not that quick in the bathroom.
Hey, Brandon, listen, we're gonna wrap it, guys. We have
All right.
3 hours tonight. This was a legendary Planet Dirty, I think. Legendary PD in the making. Hell of a show. I don't know how we're gonna top this one. And it's all I tell Brandon, sometimes the best shows are the ones where we just say, hey, let's just I got nothing going on tonight. My plan's canceled. Do you want to go live? We end up going live, and we rock the house. This was a great one. Brandon, but you do have, we'll give you the floor, Brandon, kind of tell people, because the channel, Justin, let me tell you something, dude. Brandon's channel has been on fire lately.
Kind
He's the most prolific content creator in goddamn YouTube.
You know what the
I wish-
irony is? Like, Brandon really is the David Lynch of us, like, in terms of creating stuff. Like, sometimes the stuff doesn't land, but all of a sudden he'll drop a Mulholland Drive.
Christian's trying to pump me up because I was talking to him like I might fucking quit YouTube. He's like, you better not fucking quit YouTube. So he's trying
dude,
to pump me up with
I
these
can't
pep
stand.
talks.
But
Are
here's
you
the-
still thinking about it?
He ain't quitting. He's having
I
a
don't know,
blast
it's-
right now.
my only problem is it's so much fucking time.
He loves the
Little-
game too
little
much. He'll bring
return.
him right back.
Well, because your
Sorry.
shit's all scripted, and you do you could dude, when I see when you do your post, when you set it to post, you'll have like 30 scripted videos on deck. I don't know how the
but see,
fuck
we
you do that.
learned that that's not Brandon's
AI.
way of doing it. He's not going to do it like that no more. Brandon's going to be like Metallica. He's going to drop an album every couple years.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
bangers.
But no, listen, his channel's been doing really good. I mean, the audience has been enjoying his videos. And Brandon, what's really interesting is at first I thought your Valentine video wasn't going to have legs.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good video, but I was like, you know what? Maybe just it's not a big enough title. But every time I go look at it, it's gone up 100% from where it was the last time I saw it.
How's it doing now? When I
It's
saw it, it was
it's only got 1K, but it was not
only
enough.
that's
though.
good, man. Like last time
good,
I
but
saw
I'm
it was
like-
under. It was like 35 when
Well,
I
dude,
saw it.
when you get 47,000 views on about a mustache, like you expect results. Brandon's like, I expect results. But dude,
On
his
that note,
video-
everybody in the chat watching, if you're not subbed to my channel, please go do it. I'm like 25 away from being 11,300 subscribers. Please go sub tonight. Go sub and watch the new Nosferatu. What the fuck is it
Video.
about? Oh, the
It's
teeth
teeth.
video. Go watch that video, please.
dude, it's a great video. The ones that
Thank
you've
you,
been,
thank
I haven't seen the new one, but the videos you've been doing have been really good. I
Appreciate
think
it.
that's your best type of work. I really do. Now, believe me, I love it when you do unboxings where you literally don't talk. But I think the audience they're not ready for that.
Yeah.
They're not ready for that. But there are videos, Cody, I saw of Brandon. He doesn't utter a word except thanks for watching. Like that's
I haven't seen any of those.
you got to dig.
Okay.
Yeah, that's some weird shit on that channel, man.
All right.
Yeah, you got to go back to
Right.
season. You got to go back to season 2.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I've seen a lot from his channel.
You know. But yeah, guys, check that out. Brandon's Brandon's on fire. I've really been enjoying his videos lately.
Thank
But the real person in here, I love him to death. We've got to get Justin back on track because Justin will drop a video about Corey Feldman and make $7,000 off of it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he gets
Almost a million views now.
He gets 750,000 views, and then as quickly as he arrives, he disappears. But we're trying to get him back on track.
But he doesn't really need to then if he's dropping deuces like
But
that.
here's the thing, Cody. Here's the thing. Justin can change his entire life with the kind of videos he really can.
Mhm.
He's so talented.
At least once a month.
If Justin just did a lot of cocaine and just worked for 7 days straight making videos about a lot of the hot topic stuff that's going on, like he could crush a Blake Lively video, I think.
Oh, dude, that would be a hot one right now.
Yeah, that's some crazy drama.
And put a little twist on it.
2020,
you know.
25, baby. Justin David channel's back.
But dude, it's so funny. He just decided because here's the thing. Here's the reality about YouTube. I'm gonna tell people watching this. Sometimes you can be better at editing. You can be a great talker, but the things you're doing every now and again, it just doesn't hit. I would watch Justin's reviews, his videos, and I was like, this guy's, I mean, he's more talented than me at this stuff, but why is his stuff not reaching big? Some of his stuff did really good. Some of it was hysterical. Like he did a review on a Indian movie called RRR, and he
Such a
woke up
good
the next
movie.
day and had 30 grand on it. We're like, what? But Justin's stuff was so talented, but he pivoted. He goes, let me try this. Let me give it a
Justin-
shot. And he
Complete
hit,
Complete
here,
rebrand,
channels.
man.
he hit a home run. We just got to keep him on track.
Dude, sometimes I go back to watch his
Justin
his,
said, I got
shirt
my,
collection.
his what?
His shirt collection, man.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
One of my first videos.
Yeah.
So I have a question, Justin. Did that room you're in right now, did Corey Feldman pay for that room?
He paid for some of stuff in it. He helped pay for a couple things. I'll tell you that. Christian, I appreciate you saying all that stuff, man. That's really nice. I appreciate that.
Of course. So tell people if they're not, if you guys aren't, because you kind of have a couple channels, but tell them where they need to subscribe to you.
You can Justin David channel is my commentary channel. I'm not currently filming, or I don't have anything coming out immediately. The Dead Couch.
By the way, he's about to hit 20K on that channel.
I'm about
Hell yeah,
500 subs away from 20 on the Justin David channel.
Cody, I keep telling him, I said, dude, if you step on the gas, I said, you'll have 100K in a year.
It's happening this year.
100K?
He'll have
this year.
100K subscribers. If he steps on the gas and does videos like he was, dude, when
I
you're
think I can
getting,
get to 50.
dude, when
Do
you're
you-
getting 40, 50,000 views a video, dude, you're going to get there.
Do you have an idea of what your next video is going to be? You don't have to say it, but do you have an idea of what it's going to be? Or
I
do you
have
like a list.
I
of
have
things?
several ideas. Yeah.
But anyway, Justin David, subscribe there. You do have the Dead Couch. Is
That's
it
coming
officially
back. That's getting rebranded. That's getting rebranded this year.
Dead
Good,
Couch is
good.
coming back?
Same name,
Justin
name.
David too.
new name.
New name. That's going to be a complete rebrand too.
Okay.
And what are we going to be focusing on there? Do you have a plan?
It's going to be movies, but it's going to be more produced style videos, like more akin to what I'm doing on the Justin David channel. Elevated movie content. I guess I'll drop the name of the channel. Justin's Basement is coming to
Nice.
YouTube in 2020.
Yeah, let me drop the links. Somebody asked me to drop the links. I can do it. I don't think any of you guys can unless you're.
I don't think we can.
Let's do Tabata Vision first. We'll drop him there.
Justin, is it going to be the same Dead Couch channel, just renamed, or are you going to do
Yes.
a whole new channel? Nice.
No, it's the same channel renamed. Yeah.
So keep all the content. Awesome.
Mhm. Yeah.
Are you still planning on showing your collectibles and stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a full room tour. I'm gonna do collecting videos. I have so many things that I can talk about. So
The
Yeah,
Justin
man.
David World Tour.
yeah,
Yeah, because I want to see that. I want to see that Pee Wee Herman doll, man. You're supposed to send me a picture of it when you got it.
Oh, I took
Dude,
a picture
show
of
him
it.
your
I just
Pee-wee.
forgot to see.
I've been waiting to see.
You wanna see
Justin
it?
Pee Wee. Yeah, if you could, yeah.
Oh, I thought one of you guys had this.
No.
So this is. Let me go grab it.
For the record, I can't defend Corey Feldman anymore. Disastrous concert experience, 773,000 views, 9,000 comments.
What are you guys looking at?
It's looking at your video for Corey Feldman,
Oh God,
Which
the
one?
OG?
the house that Corey built.
All right, guys. First link was Brandon's channel. Second link is Justin's channel. And I'm gonna. We haven't gotten to Cody yet, but I was actually on Cody's channel today, so
Yeah,
I definitely want you guys to check that out. I'm gonna share Cody's channel down below. That way, you guys can subscribe to him.
yeah, dude, that's good. That's from the '80s, right?
Yeah, this is 19. I want to say it's 85 or something.
And dude, I want that. I want the Ernest doll. I
87.
want the Urkel doll.
Oh, and
I wish they'd re-release those.
I do, Matt. I need some help with that. I gotta
That's
get
cool.
I gotta get somebody. Damn, is
Sounds
that what he
just like-
sounds like?
No,
Hey, Justin, was that put out by Matchbox? Because that looks like the same kind of box and everything that the Freddy was.
it is Matchbox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks
it
it's the
is.
same exact box design that the 1989 Freddy was.
The first time I ever laid eyes on this particular, this is the exact
It's
release.
just creepy looking.
Was in Serial Mom.
Mhm.
Their Ricky Lake's character has this, and they keep
Yep.
on saying that guy's a pervert or whatever.
Right.
But that's gonna get a lot of money at the swap meet. I love
Yeah.
Serial Mom, dude.
Nice.
You
But
need to
yeah.
get that Don Knotts doll in that movie too next.
Oh shit! I forgot.
Yeah.
Don
Don fucking
Knotts.
Knotts,
That Knotts is a cool looking guy.
He's weird. He's like the original Steve Buscemi, dude.
Yeah.
All right, guys, just so everybody knows, first link is Brandon's channel, Tabata Vision. But once you go there, go to his channel tab, and you can subscribe to Tabata Tunes and Tabata Vision TV. We're bringing that back as well. Maybe Brandon's keeping up with Tabata Vision TV. I haven't seen anything on my subscription feed lately.
50-50.
Then the next link is Justin David. Then the next link after that is Cody's channel. We have that in there.
Yeah. And like Christian said, I dropped a video with Christian earlier. Christian took over my channel, and it was a really fun video to do.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun video. Looks like people liked it too. I was looking at the comments.
Yeah.
The intro was funny as hell.
Dude, people are digging that intro. People are digging the song.
Yeah, great stuff. So, so I had a fucking blast tonight. Tonight was a great show. We got Brandon on here for 3 hours. He's gonna be so pissed tomorrow. I'm gonna get a hate message in the morning. But no, guys, I had a blast tonight. I watched this before we got started. I watched Summer Rental, which I enjoyed a lot. It's not as good as Great Outdoors, but it's good.
I think it's why it's not talked as much as about like because Great Outdoors is a classic, where Summer Rental is just a fun time.
Summer when the family shows up to the house and they're like, "This is Beach Lane, not Beach Avenue," and they're like, "Oh shit,
man!"
Like,
he had a rough time making that movie or whatnot because he was not like the leading, sexy man. So like he tried to lose a lot of weight. He had a hard time doing that movie or carrying the movie, I should say. People didn't really believe in him, man.
Well, because I was watching that, and I started Uncle Buck after that, the 4K, because I'm gonna review those, and he put on a significant amount of weight compared to Summer Rental. 5 years later, he was a bigger guy there. I mean, he still moved around. It wasn't like he was, but he was a big boy in Uncle Buck. But Uncle Buck is fucking great.
I love Uncle Buck.
I forgot Aunt Jackie is in that. Are you kidding me? Laurie Metcalf, man. I tell you what, Laurie Metcalf, I don't think she's ever had like an inch of fat on her. Every time I've ever seen her, she has been in like the most immaculate shape of any human being I've ever seen. Even today, she's still like so like in shape. I love Laurie Metcalf. I'm always gonna be a big Laurie Metcalf fan. Best Scream villain, best.
I want her to come back to Scream. Like I really thought it would be cool to see
Bring her back.
Starting to see her.
Bring her fucking back, dude. Let's do it. Anyway, listen, guys. So that's everybody's channels. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I'm gonna go get me another Angry Orchard. I gotta go put together Sydney's wheelbarrow. Literally, I have to go do that after this because we're doing yard work tomorrow. But damn, Brandon, can you hang like that anymore? Can you still drink? Are you tipsy? Are you feeling all right?
I'm buzzed. I don't drink. I hardly ever drink ever, dude.
Brandon had a half a beer tonight.
Yeah, 3 beers gets me pretty buzzed. Not lit, not drunk, but just buzzed enough. So
you feeling
guys,
good?
I need to go like cut the grass or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta go get the beer sweats out of you. I do too. So, guys, I think the next show we do will probably be a Leprechaun show. Yep. So it could be Brandon meets the Leprechaun at O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
No, it's got to be last year's show part 2, man. That's what
we could do that. We could do that, but we got to fit O'Reilly's in there somehow. We don't have to, or it could be O'Charlie's. Brandon, do you ever eat at O'Charlie's?
I can only do so much Irish stuff. You know what I mean? So
okay, fair enough. That'll probably be the next show, guys. But listen, 3 hours of Planet Dirty content. I hope you guys enjoyed this on the playback, and I'm hoping tonight was a special night for everybody because it seemed like everybody enjoyed this show. Thanks, of course, to Brandon, of course, to Cody, and we loved having you tonight, Justin. We'd love to have you. You have an open invite anytime you want to come hang out with us, dude. If you see us doing the show, you're more than welcome. Just shoot me a text and
appreciate it, brother.
Open invite. God bless everybody out there tonight. Have a great Sunday. Take it easy. Be safe, and we'll see y'all on